And that's why no one will remember your name, Weston.
Physical.
None of that vigorous lovemaking.
Might be some extra food involved.
It's literally the sickest I've ever been in my life.
I've gone through. It sounds like you have way worse than I did, but I had it for like half an hour.
Yeah, pretty sure like everything hurts.
Yeah, 'cause your
My
body's
whole body
sore
hurts.
from-
Oh,
really, like you don't realize that
the whole body
the
tension,
thing tenses.
and like
Yeah, it's a great ab workout.
after like this. Oh, dude, you should see them. They look great.
Probably also
After probably like the third time, there's nothing left.
You're
So
just-
all you are is tensing, and that's the worst.
Well, you used to throw up after every meal in high school, didn't you?
That's
still
how I got
does.
this physique.
he still does.
Oh man. We're not doing well, but
I'm great.
Chiropractically. Norm is definitely the best out of the three of us.
We can make him talk about his truck.
Oh,
That's great.
oh Jesus.
What are you talking about? My new truck hasn't been released yet.
No. You know what I'm talking. If you want to we'll bring him
No.
down to our level.
The only truck I'm talking about is the new Ram Rumblebee, baby.
Yeah, you gotta
Pre-order live now. I'm buying one.
You have.
Did
to.
you actually pre-order one?
I'm gonna as soon as they release them.
5.7 or the?
Are they gonna do
I
a
can't
pre-order?
afford anything more than a 5.7, so I'm getting the base model.
Even the base model looks cool.
I mean,
but
it's not even a base model. It's like it's a
It's
hyped
still
up
like-
version.
yeah,
like
it's
yeah, I
still
guess
like
the
a-
lowest tier, sure.
I think it's still like 50 to 25 horsepower more than a normal 5.7.
Well, and it's got that shortened chassis and
Yeah.
and it's lowered suspension. But I know
Oh,
like the
Dude, thing's
390,
sweet.
the 392 and the Hellcat one have like Bilsteins and Brembos and
Can't stop looking at that watch.
oh yeah,
Like that thing.
it's $200.
I could put
I
that
don't
down
care.
as
I
a
don't care
I'm
what
saying,
it costs.
I'll-
Thing's
I'll
sweet.
send you the dude's Etsy. You can get one. They have all sorts of them. He has like a shit ton of different ones.
Oh, is that the
Yeah.
fake rolling?
Yeah.
See, that's
no,
why
it's
people
the-
are like, oh, it's just a regular ass watch. I'm like, I don't care what it is. Thing's sweet.
I
love the
he makes
turquoise.
because they made so many different versions of that Swatch Omega collab that
Mm.
he makes like every one of them in different variations. And I'll
Send
send
me-
you. I
send
will.
it to
I'll
me.
send it to you. Yeah.
Yeah. So are they gonna do pre-orders? Is that the game plan? Or you
They
don't know?
haven't released any real information yet. They just kind of did the show off.
I know they said the 5.7's coming out this year, and the
They
other two are
think
next
it's going
year.
to be like the 5.7's going to be around 60.
Yeah.
So that I can do. It's going to suck, but I can do that because that's what a new truck costs.
Yeah, that's not
The
bad.
392's got to be like $82,000, I bet.
I bet you and then the
And then the
other one's gonna be-
Hellcat's
other
going
one's
to be over
gonna
100.
Yeah, easy all day.
You
And-
still can't get like a used TRX for under 100. I looked because I was like
Really?
curious.
Oh, dude, they're
They're
nuts.
still like 105.
they're insane.
What was the sticker on it?
A lot.
110 probably.
Well, then there was MSRP. Then there was
shit.
dealerships were marking
Well,
them
those
up.
were all during COVID. Those came out during COVID when people were like, it's actually a $150,000 truck.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were that much.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'll see them every once in a while sitting out in front of a dealership.
Yeah.
I'm like, for shits and gigs, how much is a TRX?
Never actually seen one at a dealership. I see them on the road all the time.
I think the Rumblebee's way cooler.
I like
Oh,
it.
the Rumblebee is literally like, is it Kazookas? Jeff Kazookas, whatever the guy's name
Oh,
is.
the CEO.
The
yeah.
CEO. That dude literally is reading my diary. Because
You have a diary?
literally what I said when he took back over Ram is I'm like, make a sport truck.
Did you see his whole
That's
thing
all I
about-
want. Like that's literally I said that day one of him announcing he was back. I was like, make the TRX, but a street version. That's all I want. Or not all I want, but like that's like my dream truck.
So you got three of them.
It's bringing back
Right.
the Dakota RT.
Literally, it's more Dakota RT than it is our SRT10.
Yep.
Yeah.
SRT10 was kind of big and obnoxious and kind of goofy looking.
I love those.
Whoa,
the
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Rumblebee,
whoa.
if you put that up next to my old Dakota RT, they would look like brothers.
Yeah, because it's got
Yeah.
the little half a cab kind of
Yeah.
looking thing.
Which is, I mean, I like a 6-foot bed, but I'll bite the bullet for that truck.
I think they're going
What's
to
it,
be
a
cool.
5?
It's
It's the It's your bed, but my extra cab.
It's a short cab, short bed. Like really.
Oh, I thought it was a full cab.
No, they shortened the. They called it a crew cab, but then I saw the dimensions on when they had it sideways. And I'm like, that's a half a bed or half a cab. But I loved his. Did you see his thing about? He's like, I know the internet warriors are going to be complaining that we did not doing a regular cab short bed. He goes, but regular cab pickups are. I think he said they're like 9% of all pickup sales in America are regular cabs. And he's like, you guys all want them, but nobody buys them.
Yeah.
I think the only one who had them was like Chevy for a while. Like you could Z71 out a regular cab.
Well, Ford has them because they're all the Mexican GTRs now.
Right, but they're work trucks.
Yeah, they're all the work. That's you can still get a Chevy regular
like
cab
Chevy,
work truck.
I think I don't know if they still do it, but they were doing like you could get a Z71 regular cab.
No, the only way you can get a regular cab in a Silverado now is like a 8
Work
foot
truck,
8
8
foot
foot.
bed work truck because
I remember because one of the guys I worked with had it was probably like a 2016 or 2015, but it was a white regular cab, 4-wheel drive, but full Z71 interior, Z71 trim, and all that, and it was sick.
Yeah, they only make the Silverados now in like strippo work truck, 8 foot bed regular cab, and you have to like special order them. You can't find them on lots anywhere.
But yeah, Rumblebee is literally exactly what I wanted.
Sick.
I want the 392, but
I'd take the 390. I would take the 392 over the Hellcat one.
I don't like the body kit on that Hellcat
I don't either.
one.
I don't either.
It looked way too like Midnight Club Dub Edition.
Yep.
Like it was kind of gaudy looking.
Yeah.
The
Well, the paint
two-tone
job definitely
paint
did a little
was
much.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like that in yellow, I'd fuck with that heavy.
Yeah, I thought the 392 was a great mix of the two.
Anything else to report, Norm?
I've been playing a lot of Forza. It's been a while since I've had
Horizon
like
6?
Yeah, Horizon 6. It's been a while since I've had like a console game. I bought an Xbox for NASCAR and GTA whenever that comes out next 20 years or so. But everyone was talking about Forza, and I was like, it's been a long time since I played Forza. So I got it and having some fun with it. The storyline's pretty repetitive
predictable.
and dry, but the customization stuff they added, the world building and shit, I've been having a riot with that. I spent like 10 hours on Sunday building a racetrack at my house.
Nice.
I built like full on homestead in my backyard.
Hell yeah.
So that's fun.
Nice. Very nice. Dan?
Yeah, this whole weekend sucked, man.
It's not a good time.
Not a great fucking time at all.
For people that are listening, Norm's got some good stuff, and then there's going to be nothing good from Dan or I.
No,
So
absolutely nothing good.
it'll be quick, and then we'll get into the show.
Started okay. I mean, so
And
obviously,
then ended shitty.
yeah, obviously holiday weekend. Going into it, we knew it was going to be a garbage weekend. I don't know who pissed somebody off, but yesterday was Sunday of a holiday weekend, and it's Memorial Day weekend. It's supposed to be the start of summer. It was 43 at the lake and raining. We didn't go, thankfully, but I checked the weather just for fun, and I was like, really glad we didn't waste our time going up there because it's not even nice enough to be outside in a sweatshirt. So Friday afternoon, we were like, all right, it's actually beautiful out Friday. I worked a half day like usual on a like the day before holiday weekend. Everyone's like 10 o'clock. Everyone's like, well, time to go, you know. So I got home. Steph wasn't really doing anything, so we blasted up north. We ended up saying, screw it. We haven't been playing a ton of golf this year, so instead of, so it wasn't that big of a deal to kind of splurge on going to a nicer place. We went up to Thornton. That's up by kind of getting close to Loon up there. A place called Owl's Nest. It's it's like a resort. Like there was a wedding. There was a wedding rehearsal going on the 10th tee box when we got there.
That's
I was
public
like,
course?
yeah.
Oh.
Yep, we've played there.
I see the name every time when I go up to
Yeah.
Loon, the wife's
We've
family's
played
place.
there a couple times. It's a beautiful place and it's awesome. It's one of those like
It's been on my list.
it's one of those like you get what you pay for kind of places. Like you're gonna pay a little bit more. Although we went Twilight, so it wasn't terrible. But it's a beautiful place. Like the place is beautiful. Yeah. Everyone's awesome. Like that's the type of place that like they bring the cart to your car when you get there. Like it's a nice place.
Yeah, okay.
So we went and did that Friday afternoon. Absolutely perfect day. I mean, 70 degrees, nice breeze.
It's a win there.
It was just the perfect afternoon. And it's like, okay, we know the rest of the weekend's going to suck. At least we got outside. Like, at least we did something. Then Saturday morning happens. So Saturday morning I get up and I had fallen asleep Friday night on the couch, went to bed at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And so I've been, my buddy, my cat Cheese, Cheddar, he's been fighting cancer for like 2 years now. We've been
10 years.
Oh, sorry.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
I don't know
10
why I
years.
said
What a
that.
battle.
He's been on and off with stuff for like 2 years. We've been giving him, he's been on chemo for like, I don't know, maybe in the last 6 months.
They do cat
6
chemo?
to 10 months. Yeah.
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 I didn't know
It's
they
not
even
like we
did
don't
that.
bring him
It's
in. It's
pill
like
form.
well, he had pill form and then the pills were too big and he was breaking them open. And when we didn't think anything of it. And then the pharmacist found out and was like, absolutely not. So they started giving it to us in liquid form, and he fucking hated that. But we were doing it.
Yep.
He's been on all sorts of meds for like 2 years. So, I was like, we knew we were kind of borrowed time, but he was doing good. We were at the vet 3 weeks ago, and he was literally doing the best. Our vet was like hyped because he had gained a bunch of weight. He was doing great, but he was breathing kind of funny. And we were like, well, timing wise, we just started opening the windows. Like maybe he's got allergies. Like maybe he's just the air is bugging him. I'm fucking sniffly right now. The trees are puking pollen everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of tree cum.
And that's literally what our vet said. She's like, it sounds like it's upper respiratory. It's not a big deal. Like he'll probably be fine. If it doesn't get better, let us know. It's been getting kind of worse. And Friday night into Saturday morning, I ended up falling asleep on the couch. I went to bed at like 4:00 in the morning. He was on my pillow and I couldn't sleep because I could hear him breathing behind me. Like it sounded like if someone was like stuffed and couldn't breathe, and then he would go into these like hacking fits and all this shit. And I'm like, something's wrong. And he hadn't been eating. I could already tell he lost some weight. And I was like, all right, something's up. So I called my vet Friday morning. They were Saturday morning. Sorry. They were open, but they were like slammed. They were like double booked because they weren't open till Tuesday after that. So my vet was like, oh, listen, I want to get him in. I'm so sorry, but we just can't. I did not know this was a thing. I didn't know there was animal urgent care.
Yeah.
I know there's emergency. I've done that before.
Yeah.
But there's another one that's urgent care. And I looked it up, and basically they were like, hey, if your dog's been hit by a car, go to the emergency room. But if like you stepped on your cat's foot and now it's limping, bring it to urgent care. Well, we can do most of the shit here. We're just not like prepped for massive trauma or shit like that. So there's one right up the road from us. We made an appointment that morning, went over there, and they brought him in, and he's being himself. He's just kind of breathing funny, and they're like, all right, well, we want to do they put him under basically to do like an exam. And yeah, they were doing it for 5 minutes, and she brings us back, and she's like, it's pretty reasonable that he's not going to wake up from this. Basically they found that he had a like 2 to 3 centimeter mass in his sinuses, like in that area.
Yep.
And it checks out. The breathing had been funny.
Right.
He'd been, like I said, he hadn't been eating, and for what we figured out, it was him swallowing his food was bothering him. I went through this years ago with another one of my cats at my dad's house. Very similar situation. So basically it went, I had kind of, obviously it never gets any easier. It sucks. But when you have a cat or an animal that's been sick for a little while, you almost kind of prepare for it.
Right. Yeah.
Not prepared. Like I was an idiot. I was a blubbering idiot while it's going on. She walks back and she tells us what's going on, and I lost it because I knew I wasn't bringing him home. So we,
even though you're not ready.
No. So we said our goodbye. And I, like she said, there's nothing at that point. There's no surgery you can do to get. It's not like a mass, like, oh, there's a mass on his leg that they can like take, they can surgically remove.
At a certain point, you're only doing it for yourself.
Doing it for yourself, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was not the start to the weekend, to the morning, to whatever. And then I was strangely okay with it pretty quick. Like, not okay. I'll never be okay with it. But I was like, at peace. Like, we left. We hadn't eaten that morning.
He was suffering.
Yeah, we were like, all right, let's go get food. And it was almost like I kind of not forgot, but the day just felt normal, just with a little bit of a fog hanging over it. Where it got bad was like getting home. Like, Steph made breakfast yesterday morning, and you guys have seen him at the house. He's always all up on the counter and shit. She's making eggs, and she's like, I don't know, my helper. He's not here bothering me for eggs or butter or whatever,
Or catching himself on fire.
He did that one time. That was fun. You weren't there for that one. But just weird shit like that, that night go down and feed, go to give my other cat food, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right, I only have to do one bowl, just weird shit like that. But it's getting better. I mean, it is weird. And it's going to be weird for a little bit, but I think we did the best for him. It's not I'm happy because, I mean, if some of our older listeners remember, Christ, right after we started the show, I lost my cat James on New Year's Eve.
Yep.
That one was like, we didn't know what happened. Like, we didn't have any final answers. It was like, there's something going on. It could be cancer. It could be nothing. What do you want to do? So it was always that kind of weird, like, did we do the right thing? With this, as soon as they put him under and they intubated him, like, fluid was coming out of his lungs, and it was like, okay, yeah, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
So yeah, not the best start to an overall absolute shit weekend. Obviously, we're going to talk about it. The whole Kyle Busch thing on Thursday already put me in a shit mood. this happens, then it's just like, hey, it's a long weekend. Yay. We did not leave the house yesterday. Did nothing because it was so shitty out.
Yep.
And then we thought today was supposed to be shitty. And now, of course, now that it's too late to do anything, it's beautiful out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's how
like
it goes.
1 o'clock, they like turn summer
Yeah.
on.
So
Yeah.
just not a great weekend in any sense of the word. And then it's like, oh, I want to sit down and watch races. Oh, that one's delayed. That one's pushed to Sunday morning. None of them are going to finish. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, fuck me all weekend.
Dude, great transition for me to bring the mood equally down.
Yeah.
This is the first that I have been vertical since Saturday. So, yeah, Saturday morning, woke up, went to the gym as we normally do. Wife and I went out, got breakfast sandwiches, did some yard work, finished a garden bed behind the house, and she did one in the front of the house with a vegetable garden. It was great. I was like, you know what, we're going to do just this gardening, and then like late afternoon, we're going to order some food, and then we're going to just chill all weekend.
Because you know it was going to be shitty.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be shitty, and like she's been on me about actually enjoying my life.
Was it bad down here?
Yeah,
Weather-wise?
it was
okay. Okay.
So she's been on me about like sitting back and actually enjoying, because I'm constantly doing house projects and
Yeah.
like I need to relax sometimes. I was like, you know what? This weekend is going to be perfect. We're going to relax. It's going to be perfect to just relax and do nothing else.
Yep.
So, yeah. So got some food on Saturday, and then about 3 a.m., technically Sunday morning, I woke up with the worst food poisoning I've ever had in my
What'd you
entire
get for
life.
food? Just like a local joint?
For breakfast, we had, well, it was like breakfast. We got breakfast sandwiches at Panera at 11
Yep.
in the morning. And then we ordered from this sub shop down the street.
Got to be the sub shop, because I feel like breakfast would have hit you sooner than 3 a.m.
Yeah, but like she started feeling crappy while we were eating dinner.
Oh.
And then I felt crappy at like 3 in the morning. So like, I don't know who to blame.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, either way, she got sick once at like 10 o'clock Saturday night, and then 3 a.m. I just died and was in both directions about a dozen times, a dozen sessions
Put it this way, Kyle.
each.
Kyle texted us a picture yesterday at, it was at 11 o'clock in the morning of you just laying in the bathroom.
Yeah, I slept on the bathroom floor for approximately 2 hours.
Huh.
Jesus
I remember
Christ.
my first beer.
Yeah, it's literally the worst, absolute worst. And my mother made chicken noodle soup for us and brought it over.
Oh, that's sick.
And I just had chicken noodle soup at like noon
And then,
today.
and then you had it again? Oh, this was today. Okay.
Today, yeah. So, yeah, and this is the first that I've been able to literally do anything since Saturday.
Food poisoning is just the worst, because it's like you
Yeah.
said, it's the one time I had it bad, it was the same thing. Like, I would drink water, and then it was like 1,000, 1,000. You know, it
that was me, dude.
I remember I'm like, I'll have some Pepto. Maybe that'll help. Nope. Came right back up. I was like, what?
Yeah,
what do you do?
There's nothing you could do. I was like, I was going to go to the hospital because I couldn't even keep water down.
You said you were going. I didn't know if you actually went.
No, I ended up not going because my buddy works there, and he's like, yeah, it's slammed. I was like,
Ugh.
never mind. People probably drinking themselves into oblivion or blowing their hands off with fireworks like
Yep.
idiots.
Yep.
God bless.
So I was like, you know what? I'd rather just stay here and pray.
That's all you could really do at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't hear a
So-
lot of fireworks this weekend. I heard a couple
I heard
Saturday night
Yeah.
when the Ofinity race was delayed, and obviously the morning I was like, I'm just gonna go. And for those that know us, I mean, obviously we drink a lot. We talk about our drinking exploits at Pocono and Loudon and stuff, but I'm not a sit at home by myself and drink kind of person.
Yeah.
I got drunk on Saturday night. I made a fire. There was no Xfinity race or whatever it was. There was no race on. I said, you know what? I'm going to go sit in the backyard. And then that turned into, well, I guess I'll have a beer while I'm sitting here. And then that turned into, crap, I'm almost out of beer while I'm sitting here.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I think you earned it.
but I heard a few fireworks off in the distance. I heard more fireworks today. Somebody really close to me was getting after it with the old
up there in God's country,
the
brother.
old firearms. I was like, can I come?
Oh, they were doing desk pops?
Yeah, somebody was desk popping a lot
Little-
up
little
the street,
backyard popping?
up the street from me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we had really crappy weekends.
dude, just a
and
shit weekend.
the entire industry had a really crappy weekend too. So you want to just talk about the crappy weekend? You want to just get into
We're
it?
already here.
We're,
So.
we're already at it. So if you guys were looking for Captain Positivity, he took the week off.
Yeah, needless to say.
I'm just happy to be here at all. Let's I'm gonna mouse situated here, and then we're gonna have a show.
Okay.
Green. All rolling clean here. 3 out front. Still 3 out front. Top still 4.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Loose is Fast podcast, the NASCAR podcast for the fans, by the fans. I am your host, Kyle Belcher, and joined as always by Daniel Walker
Everything's great.
and Norman Pelletier.
What day is it?
On today's episode, we're going to do things a little differently. Normally, this is when we get into our ad reads, make some jokes, have some fun. But I feel like not quite the day for that.
Nope.
We found out late last week about the sudden passing of Kyle Busch. So we figured we'd kick this show off with that somber news, unfortunately, and maybe share some stories and talk about what we know and what we don't know, and yeah, how we feel about it.
I'm still kind of, I mean, obviously I think it took until yesterday during the Coke 600 for it to actually feel real.
Still doesn't feel real, honestly.
So we find out, was it Thursday morning is when they released the thing that he wasn't going to be in the 600, correct? Was that
Correct.
Thursday morning? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Thursday, like 11.
Yeah. And I remember reading the release and I was like, boy, that sounds serious. Like, it wasn't like, oh, Kyle stubbed his toe and he's not going to make it. They were like, hey, we're...
Well, it said serious right in.
Yeah,
it,
serious.
Which normally they
Severe
don't
illness,
add.
yeah.
Severe illness and a lot of people, prayers for Kyle Busch and all this stuff. And I'm like, how fucking bad could this be? And that was while I was at work. I get home from work. I'm riding the lawnmower around, mowing the lawn. I get off the lawnmower and look at my phone and it is on fire, blowing up.
Yeah.
With our Discord and like my dad, or no, actually, sorry, my dad had not texted me, but I had people from work texting me. I'm like, what is going on? And I look at my phone. I'm like, holy shit. I had to sit down. I was like, I went and sat down in the backyard because I couldn't process it. I was like, what? Excuse me?
Yeah. I was on the way home from work on Thursday. I was on the train, and I get the email, the media email.
Yep.
I was like, "Excuse me, what?"
Yeah.
And then my phone, similar, just absolutely starts exploding. With
You are actually the one that kind of broke it to me. If you go look at our text messages, you made the joke about what I said last week, and I had just found out.
Yeah.
That was within 5 minutes of me finding out, and that's when I was like, dude, I was on the lawnmower. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you references the last win.
I wish I could go back and not have said I hope he never wins in the Truck Series again, because that is.
Yeah,
I know. I didn't know. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's awesome that he has 69 wins, though.
I do too.
Joking aside, but yeah, dude, I don't know. Like this was hard.
I had to break. I had to break it to my dad. I called my dad, and he couldn't believe it either.
We talk about Rowdy on this show all the time. We love him, we hate him, we love to hate him. We wanted him to be the leader at RCR, and we didn't think he was at the time or whatever. And for many, many moons, we couldn't stand the guy because he kicked everybody's ass. But at no point did we not respect the living hell out of that man.
100%.
The winningest driver to ever step foot in NASCAR ever, across all three series, holding the record for both Truck and Xfinity. Was it 234 total?
Something like that, yeah.
Absolutely insane. We've been watching him for the vast majority of our fandom.
2005.
When we started watching NASCAR and going to NASCAR, we were young. When we came of age and really knew what was going on per se and knew everything, Rowdy was already there for the most part.
Well, and it hit with us too. If you look back to when he started, he was about our age.
Right.
When he was...
Well, he was, what, 18 to 20?
Well, when
he joined the Cup Series?
they made the rule in Truck Series because of him about age. Because what did they try to get him in when he was like 16?
Yeah.
And at the time that would have been 04.
And he's only 3 years older than you.
Yeah, we were
3.5.
We were 13, 14. Like that was the cool. You know,
Yeah.
like that guy is our age and he's up there. He's a rookie
Mixing
in the
it
Cup
up with the
Series,
big
you
guys.
know, like it, and then, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I keep coming back to that. Fast forward to now is that he's only 3 years older than us.
Yeah.
Like that just, ugh.
And it happened so suddenly, which is like the biggest shock of it all, that on Thursday, this man is dead. On Friday, the week before, less than a week,
6 days.
the man is in victory lane.
Yep. That kept coming back to that too.
It just makes me appreciate, life. We interacted with the guy a couple times, but he was just such a big person in this industry. Not the most popular driver by the voting, but hell, if you went 5 feet without a Rowdy shirt, you had your eyes closed.
I still remember one of our first times being at Loudon, because we did Loudon first, correct, with the media passes. Yes, that was the first time we had essential badges, and I remember being there. I think it was on Saturday, and there were certain guys that when you saw them in the garage, like obviously we saw a few people. We'd walk by. I can't even really name names, but they'd walk by. Like, oh, cool. There's Austin Dillon, whatever. But then there was like when Logano walked by, when Hamlin walked by, and then I remember when Kyle walked by, and it was like, holy shit, that's Kyle Busch.
Yeah,
like it wasn't just, oh, there's a driver. It was like, oh, that's
he's
the
legitimately
guy.
A god amongst mere mortals.
Yeah, and then we've had that reaction like when we saw, that was an NBC race, or Dale Jr. was at Pocono, and we were like, oh, Dale Jr.'s right there.
Yeah,
or maybe it wasn't Pocono. I don't remember what it was, but like, there's certain people that make you kind of stop and go, holy shit, he's right. He's right there.
Well, even before the podcast stuff, we went to that tire test at Loudon randomly one day, and I'm pretty sure Kyle was there that day.
I think he was.
And we were both just like, this is so fucking random. It's like a random Wednesday in New Hampshire, and Kyle Busch is here. And Clint Boyer's here, and I forget what other drivers were there. Bowman, but Bowman wasn't anybody at the time.
No, there was somebody from Roush there too.
Yeah. But I remember, super bummed. We could have got into the Hendrick pit if I just made one text message.
Yeah, he blew that one.
Yeah.
In the chat, if you're in the chat, share your stories. We'll read them, whatever. Josh in the chat, I've spent 20 years of my life watching Rowdy. I grew up with him. It felt as close to losing a family member as it could. Yeah.
Honestly, I saw many people, and my dad said this to me, that this is the closest this is the closest we've been to February of 2001. I think it's almost equal, just in a different scenario.
I think it's very equivalent.
And I think I saw multiple people talk about this, and I told this to my dad, that there's a lot of people, and some of them are in our Discord. We heard this from multiple people this weekend. They either weren't alive or they weren't old enough when Dale died to understand.
Right.
Now they have.
I think we were just there.
I was just old enough. Like I remember crying to my dad when I wasn't even an Earnhardt fan.
But we were in what, 8th grade?
That was 8th grade. Yep.
Yeah.
That was 8th grade. I still remember it. I remember like when they made the announcement, I remember hugging my dad and crying. But even then,
we were just old enough to understand, but not quite fully understand.
Exactly. And now there's a whole nother generation of kids, not kids, like obviously some of them, they're in their 20s and stuff now, but there's a whole generation of people that either weren't born or were 3, 4, 5 years old when that happened. They didn't understand what's going on. And now this is just,
sorry,
it's on par with it. Obviously different because we all kind of watched Dale pass on our TVs, you know, and I think
it wasn't on track, which is the only real difference.
Jeff Gluck, I was listening to the Teardown on the way down here, and he said it perfectly, and I couldn't figure out why I felt this way until he said this. Like I said, I've been kind of for the first part of the weekend, it was like almost too ridiculous to believe. I couldn't wrap my brain around it. Gluck said the same thing, and he goes, I think the reason why it was hard when Dale died, but it was easy to understand is because we watched it happen. You watched him hit the wall. You watched the ambulance go down whatever road that is, A1A, I don't even know if that is, whatever, the road in front of the speedway. You watched Dale Jr. run into the hospital. You watched the press conference an hour later. It was easy to understand because you watched it happen.
Right.
With the Kyle thing, it's hard to wrap your brain around because we're seeing stuff that he's taking pictures with old ladies in the RCR shop on Wednesday, and he looks perfectly fine. Did you see that picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks perfectly fine. Then there's the release. He's in the hospital, and then he's gone like 4 hours later, and you just can't, because we didn't see it with our own eyes on TV or in person or whatever. You can't wrap your brain around it and understand. Like, your brain's kind of like, wait, what? He was just here. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Carter Ropley in the chat said he had to call his mom just to say it out loud. And I had a hard time telling my wife, honestly. Like, I got choked up just telling her. I cried like 3 times on Saturday morning.
So Thursday, when I found out my wife wasn't home yet, she came home to me sitting on the front. I think I was sitting on the front steps of the house, and she came home and she's like all excited because it's the, but we're almost at a start where it's a nice day out. She's like, hey, how's it going? And I told her, watching her face drop, she was like, what? Like, it got me,
Yeah.
Same thing with my dad. I called my dad, and he had a very similar reaction. He's like, wait, what? It's just,
Oh, God. Kyle in the chat. See this?
no.
My dad was a KFB fan. He passed in March of 17. Always wanted Martinsville under the lights. He never got it, but I went and his driver won.
Jesus.
Just wanted to tell him thanks for giving my dad some joy, but never got to. Hope they are up there together. That's
Oof.
brutal.
Yeah, that's tough.
Love you, buddy.
Tough. Yep.
But yeah, and part of this is just so surreal because it makes him human.
Well, it's much like
like
when Dale died. Dale was superhero. Dale was Superman, and then all of a sudden Superman dies.
Right. And
And
that's
yeah.
so many people called Rowdy Superman.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
this guy won all the time.
Yep.
And even when he's not winning, he's still winning.
Yeah.
Still in the truck series, popping off wins. Like, has Kyle fallen off? He's still popping off truck
Yep.
wins every other time he's in the truck. Like, the man was superhuman.
Yeah.
And having him taken out by something so human is just so humbling.
That's
Something about it that's just, it makes you appreciate life because nobody's safe from it. You know?
That was my big thing, is when all this broke, it just all of a sudden then your brain starts running through oh man, Samantha, the kids.
Oh my God, dude.
And then even down to the smallest thing, my brain went to every year we go to Pocono and there's the school bus that's covered in Kyle Busch stuff. I went, oh my God, what about them?
Yeah.
They're obviously they're just fans, but they're big enough fans that the first year we went there, that bus was painted up like an M&M's car. And then the next year it was painted up in an 8 RCR. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it looks way cooler in the 8
It does.
scheme. That
Yeah, the
dark
black.
gray that
Kinda
they
sad.
did.
Kind of sad.
Sick.
Kind of sad they won't be there.
Yeah. I would love to
saw
go give
somebody-
them a hug.
Somebody posted in the Pocono group about them, and they apparently they do Michigan as well.
Yeah.
And the way the schedule falls this year, they decided to go to Michigan instead of Pocono because of their back to back.
Yeah.
So
It was incredible watching him over the years just put on a fucking show.
I still look back. Chase Briscoe posted about it. That Chase Briscoe win, the one right after he lost his kid when they had the miscarriage, and
Yeah.
he was crying on his victory.
Yeah.
When he was really young at Darlington. That race was unbelievable. Watching the two of them just beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
For
100%.
the last couple laps, and watching what he could do with a car was ridiculous. And I look back at, like, was it the year of the broken leg and how he came back and won the championship. At the time, I absolutely hated that. I thought it sucked that they even let him into the playoffs at the time or whatever. At the time, I was pissed. Looking back, though, to do what he did was unbelievable
Then put on an absolute show.
for the rest of the season.
100%.
Yep.
And I want to give shout out to OD, Steve O'Donnell.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
And-
He did such a good job. The press conference, the drivers meeting yesterday, the pre-race. That's a lot to put on a guy's shoulders who just got the job 3 weeks ago or whatever.
100%. I mean, it echoes of Mike Helton. What
Yeah.
Helton had to go through with Senior, and Helton and Senior were actual friends. OD did an incredible job carrying himself and speaking to everyone, like you said, and all the different media availabilities and the pre-race stuff. Unbelievable shout out to Samantha and Brexton and Lennox for showing up,
I can't believe
being
they
at
were
the
there.
track. The whole family was there. Mom and dad, Kurt. It was
I can't believe they were there.
and
Well, originally it just showed his parents, Kurt, and his girlfriend, which I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe they went. It's really nice of NASCAR to put this on and stuff like that and have this little ceremony. And then the camera pans over and there's Samantha and Brexton. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Like the trust they must have in NASCAR to be okay with this to be okay putting this on TV and
It's a very
in front of
yeah.
everybody. It shows the relationship everyone has.
Yeah.
That like this is a very private moment for a family, obviously.
And it became very public
And
yesterday.
they were comfortable enough with NASCAR to handle it, which they handled it perfectly.
They did.
They
Can't
did a
imagine
very
them
good
doing
job.
anything better than what they did. But it shows the trust and the love and the respect everyone has for each other. I was shocked they were there.
Yeah, same.
But I think it was a really nice little ceremony. Also, I don't know what Kurt put on those roses, but those things were cemented into
They
the
were still
grass.
there last night at the end of the race, and after all the jet dryers blew by 700 times in the post race. There was 8
They're
roses.
probably still there now.
They're probably still there. There was pictures of them last night after the track is completely empty. There's still 8 white roses on the infield.
Wow.
They were there the entire, and I was thinking that during the race. I was like, I wonder if those are still there, but obviously the TV never really caught the
assumed
angle. I figured they picked them up.
I thought the cars leaving pit road the first time would
Would've
blow them off.
Yeah, they were right where he left them the
That's
whole race.
incredible.
The thing that got me, that whole ceremony was beautiful. Like Carteropoli just said, when OD said, "We're all your family and we've got you," and
She
you could
lost
see
it.
her break down. I lost it. I was
Yeah.
fucking bawling. I was like, holy shit. And I know it's been said, I've seen a lot of posts about it. I've seen a lot of comments on it. Kudos to Brexton.
Yeah.
That kid, 11 years old, handled it better than I would have. Handled it better than most men would have. He stood there and was there for his mother. And that's just,
He was a tough son of a bitch.
tough little bastard. And that's a lot. And he's going to have a
That's
tough,
the rowdy in him right there.
he's going to have a tough road ahead of him.
Yeah.
I really hope, obviously, it's almost a similar but not similar situation to Dale. When Senior passed and Junior inherited all of his fans, and it was a lot of weight on a young 20-something-year-old kid's shoulders. It's even worse when it's an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
And I love what RC did. They're going to get, they basically put the 8 on a shelf. They're going to run the 33. But I didn't love the 8's here when Brexton wants it. And it's like, you're putting a lot of pressure on the kid to make it to the Cup Series.
Yeah.
I love the gesture. I appreciate it. But that was the first thing I thought of was this kid is 11 years old.
Yeah.
We got a ways to go. Like,
Doesn't necessarily mean it has to be Cup. It could be an O'Reilly.
No, I
No,
completely
and
understand, and I get it. And I don't.
yeah.
If you guys,
I don't think it was a bad thing. What I worry about is that's a lot of stuff to put on a kid who's already growing up in the limelight.
You're 100% right, but I don't think you should look at it that way. It's like it's more of the gesture than
Yeah.
anything.
No, I get you.
In the chat, I wanted to bring that up. Who said it? Josh. Owen Larson. Did you see
Dude,
him?
that was unbelievable. These kids are
could see him,
mature past their years.
It must have been Caitlin or something that he turned to. I think it was Caitlin.
Yes,
Mom.
it was.
Like, can I go over there or whatever? And he walked up to
well,
Brexton.
I think he started walking over. She almost looked like she was going to grab him. Like, oh,
She looked confused.
yeah,
He
like,
just
she was
walked
going to
away.
stop him, and then she saw what he was doing.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, this kid's
that's
obviously
their friends.
That's the thing,
obviously.
and that's
So, like,
obviously these kids the family has the NASCAR family. Samantha's going to have all the drivers, all the wives, everybody in the sport. I love the fact that all of these kids, all the drivers' kids are racing against each other and have a relationship because Brexton's going to have Owen Larson, Cash Boyer, Keelan Harvick.
Yeah.
They're all going to end up in the same place at some point. He's going to have those kids to lean on.
Yeah.
You're bullshitting me if you don't think that the 4 or 5 of those kids don't all Snapchat with each other or whatever. They're probably all
Play
there for
Roblox
each other.
together or
They're
whatever they
probably
do.
all there for each other.
I hope
And
so.
you could see the maturity of Owen literally.
Well, you just see him at like the Chili Bowl.
yeah.
Like there's a unit of like 6 driver kids that are just like running the show
Yeah.
at the Chili Bowl
And
every year.
it's
and they're
like
running
Josh-
around interviewing
Yeah.
people.
Like Josh and Kevin Miller just said, he literally just did it on his own. Like, just unreal, I couldn't imagine being in that situation, whether, that whole family. Have we even heard, has Kurt said anything, released a statement? Nothing? Okay, I didn't think so, because he was another one that I went to. Obviously, the family, his wife and kids, that's the first thought. Kurt couldn't even get through talking about his old car winning at COTA without
Yeah,
crying.
that's what I said.
Kurt's a very emotional guy.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what I hope he's okay. That's,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think I said that in our Discord that he could barely talk about the 45 car at COTA, and I just worry that I don't want Kurt to spiral.
no, I don't
You
either.
know?
And I just hope,
Because I probably would.
I would. I mean, they were very close. They were probably like, they're what you would think brothers should be.
Yeah, they hate each other's guts for a while after that All-Star race. But,
Yep.
but that's what brothers do.
Yep.
They were
And,
funny.
Dude, like my favorite Kurt and Kyle memory is the damn mariachi band. You remember that
Oh my
one?
God.
When Kurt had the mariachi band at the
Was
airport,
at the airport.
waiting for
Yep.
him.
Yep. That was great. I think back, was that Vegas they were racing against each other?
Yeah.
That was like,
Kentucky.
or it was Kentucky when they were just throwing haymakers at each other.
Oh,
I'm
my
like, this
favorite is
awesome.
one of the NASCAR media days. This was probably 2018 or something. And they're asking each driver, if you were stuck on a desert island with another driver, who would you pick? And everyone's throwing out random ones like, I'll take Matt DiBenedetto because he's strong. He can rip down a tree. Or
Yeah.
I would take so-and-so because they have good survival instincts. And it gets to Kurt. And Kurt, who would you take? You, I don't know. I guess I'd go with my brother. We like hanging out together. We'd find a way off. And they all kind of chuckle behind the camera. And he goes, why? What'd he say? They went, oh, he said he'd go alone. Hey, Kyle, who would you go to the desert island with? You had to pick one driver. I don't know. I hate them all. Go by myself. And Kurt's just like,
great.
well, that's my brother.
But, you know, and he had that, and there were so many tributes this weekend. I mean, you couldn't open Instagram without a video or a something, but it always came back to how good of a person he was. Like, obviously, we knew what he was on the track. He was rowdy. He was the guy doing the interviews. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Everything's great.
He was a polarizing
He was
figure.
he kept the media on their toes. But then you start to hear the stories we don't hear about.
You hear about Kyle.
Like him calling Bubba after the 400 last year and telling him how proud he was of him. You talk like there was multiples of that. You hear about Suarez, how when he first came here from Mexico, he was calling Kyle every week and Kyle was helping him. You know, he barely spoke English, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, this has been brought up multiple times this weekend too. You start to actually sit down and think how many people he helped in this sport. And it was even taken a step further because obviously you have all the drivers that drove for KBM, the Chases, the, you know, Bubba's, Suarez, that whole group that was in the drivers meeting the other day with or during the media session with KBM stuff on, and they said every one of these drivers drove for him at one point. Think about all of the people we don't know about.
Oh, yeah.
The guy whose first job in NASCAR was Kyle giving him a chance at KBM, pushing a broom around, and now he's the fucking engine guy at Hendrick. Or that company opened so many doors for. So I bet you.
Well, just Jeff Dickerson.
Yeah.
Like his story with Kyle is crazy.
Yeah. I bet you if you sat down and did the numbers, ran the numbers, I bet you at least almost 50% of NASCAR has some tie back to KBM.
100%. It's, you know, we love to hate the guy. Like there's Rowdy and then there's Kyle.
I hated him for the longest time as a driver. I remember feeling dirty that Texas race that ran on Wednesday because he hadn't won yet that year. And he was running and he was leading that race at the end. And I was like, am I really rooting for Kyle Busch right now? But I was so happy that he was going to continue his streak.
Yeah.
But I remember
we talked about it on the show,
being grossed out about it. And then hell, even earlier this year, late last year, we were talking about how we want him to win again. NASCAR's better when Kyle Busch is winning.
That's it right there.
And then even just you go to a couple weeks ago and we were dogging on him for the whole, what was that, Eric Jones thing at where the hell that was. My brain is fried.
Las Vegas?
That he didn't get penalized at. Where was that?
Was that Vegas?
No, it was like 3 weeks ago.
Tejas.
Texas.
Oh,
we were dogging on the
Priest
whole,
did and he didn't.
We were like dogging on him, like, oh, he's regressing, he's being a little bit, and it's like, but we said that because we want him to be great because a good Kyle Busch is good for NASCAR.
Yeah,
Kyle Busch fading into obscurity was not good for NASCAR.
There's so many drivers
This is now worse
that have been in their seats for the longest time and just consistent, maybe not popping off wins, whatever. But without a Kyle Busch fighting for wins, NASCAR's not the same.
No.
NASCAR will not be the same moving forward without Rowdy behind the wheel.
And not even just behind the wheel. Bianchi brought this up and I didn't think about it, but we get robbed of seeing his second act.
That's where I was going to go.
Kyle Busch was going to be like Dale Jr. is because he's friends with all the executives. He knows all of them. I mean, hell, OD was just talking about how he was proposing that over 40 rule.
So he can run the whole season.
So he can run the whole
kick
season
everybody's
in cup,
ass.
or in truck. I mean, he was going to be on the level of Dale Jr. where If he saw something he didn't like, he could get on the phone with a Ben Kennedy or a OD or a Marcus Smith and say, hey, I don't know if I'd do it that way. Maybe you should do it this way. And they're not going to go, okay, yeah, sure, buddy. Click and fuck that guy. No, they're going to go, shit,
It's Kyle Busch.
it's Kyle Busch. Like, very similar to like O'Dale Jr. right now.
Yeah.
We've gotten robbed of seeing his second act.
Yeah.
And on top of that, getting to see him with Brexton as Brexton gets older. Obviously, that's been the whole plan, was they were going to run trucks together. And I mean, we've all known the plan for years.
Yeah. Rowdy
All that's out the window, you know?
Rowdy was an act.
Yes.
Kyle was an incredible person.
I agree with that.
From the businessman to the father figure. Like you seen the video of him with Lennox putting makeup all over him? You seen that video?
Yes.
The fact that video is even on the internet speaks volumes about this.
Remember
man.
the videos of him, Samantha put up him dancing around the pool in a fucking Speedo?
Yeah, he's
Can you
just
imagine
he's just a goofy idiot.
Could you imagine half of today's drivers doing that, anything even remotely close to the shit that he did for fun and his family? And
If you look deep enough, you realize how good of a man that guy is.
yeah.
I mean, you look at the what is it, the Bundle of Joy Foundation that they have going on.
That one's kind of hitting close to home right now because me and my wife are kind of going through some shit.
But he's being such
related
an
to that.
advocate for that.
When you started to hear the issues him and his wife were having and how they took that and turned it into a great thing, how they're helping families that can't afford, IVF and infertility stuff because it's fucking expensive, let me tell you. Like that just is unbelievable, and I don't know if you saw, did you see the flood of donations?
Yeah.
I saw screenshots all weekend of people donating $18, $8. There was some, I forget where the hell it was. Excuse me for not reminding to write this down, but it was like I don't know if it was like an online, they were either auctioning stuff off or it was like a charity iRacing race or something, but they donated like $15,000 or something like that.
Incredible.
Like they raised that much money. It's just
That, all the merch sales from the weekend, and I'm sure all weekends going forward.
I saw all the SMI trailers that, like the ones they have at Loudon and stuff, just the SMI, they have all the drivers. All the Kyle Busch stuff was, all the proceeds were going directly to the Bundle of Joy Fund.
We obviously we're a NASCAR podcast and we talk about, Kyle Busch, the NASCAR driver, but Kyle Busch was much, much bigger than just NASCAR. And like you said, we're all robbed of that second act of how good of a human he really was behind the scenes.
And you talked
and didn't ask for it. Didn't ask for the pat on the back. He didn't do so many of these things like in the limelight because he was just a good person, giving people a shot at KBM and all the people that he gave chances to there. Like he wasn't looking for a pat on the back for any of this. People just are sharing all these stories of how many amazing things that he did behind the scenes. Like he was a very good man. He just played the act very, very well.
And he worked very hard to make that his image.
Yep.
To be rowdy, to be that tough, badass guy on the outside. So it was really hard to see. That's why, like this week, a lot of the stories coming out are almost unbelievable.
Yes.
Because he did such a good job of protecting his character, Rowdy, that when you start to hear like Austin Dillon's, I hate that I'm such a big fan of Austin Dillon these days. His post,
his release.
I've hated the Dillon brothers
that
for freaking 20 years. And now I'm starting to like both of them.
Yep.
And I don't know what's going on. Austin Dillon's post, it was like a 5-parter.
Yep.
It was fantastic. Obviously, we all know Austin was the reason why Kyle Busch ended up at RCR. Austin goes into like pretty good detail about how that whole thing went down. He talked about how Kyle is a staple in their team, how he was always in the garage, kind of doing what we suspected he wasn't. Like we talked a couple weeks ago about like Spire or Hendrick or any of these other teams that's like Kyle Busch could go there. And it's like, why would they want him? He's not a team player. He doesn't seem to help out around the shop and up the team. And then Austin Dillon's post, it's like, oh, he has been doing that. He just does such a good job of covering that, of hiding that, which kind of unnecessarily, but like his character was kind of more important. It's kind of similar to the Dale Earnhardt thing, where me and Jeff Gordon are best friends, but if no one finds it out, we'll sell way more merch if everyone thinks we're enemies.
Right.
Yeah, I hated like finding out that the whole rivalry of my childhood was bullshit, you know? And then it's not even just the Jeff thing. I was going to say that when you got done. I hate that we keep equating this to Dale, but it was like Dale was the intimidator. He was the black hat. He was the big tough guy. But then you find out all the shit he was doing for people for years. This is very similar. This feels very
almost
similar.
identical.
Almost identical. And you know, you talk about even with we brought up like the second act, like when he stops driving. I don't think he had any plans. You know, Kyle Martin in the chat, Junior mentioned that he was getting a seat fitted for a Cars Tour race with JRM. He was just he was at the JRM shop like last week doing that.
He was not done.
There was talks. I mean, I don't know how serious it was, but there had been talks about him doing the 500, the Indy 500. Don't know how serious that was, and it almost was
that
serious.
was 5-6 years ago. I think,
recently
last time.
though, like when he
It
went to
was
RCR, there was some talks
before
about it.
Larson. It
Yes.
was when he was with Joe Gibbs.
Yes.
Joe Gibbs was the one who axed it.
Did you see
Yeah.
Did you see the render that was an
Flashbang.
official?
What was that?
I don't know, your TV just flickered.
I didn't even see it.
Oh.
There was a render that came out of what there was going to be an M&M's IndyCar.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I didn't even see it. What happened? Oh, is it? Yeah, that thing. Well, now
No,
it's going to get humid down here.
Something flickered. I think it was the TV.
Um,
But yeah, I mean, Kyle Busch was an asshole. I mean, it's who he was, but he was like, at certain times, he could be the nicest guy in the world.
I go back
And
to
we
that.
didn't see that so much in media, but we got a lot of the stories of it behind the scenes.
Well,
Yeah.
I love that.
There
clip.
was a question in the chat. That was, what was your favorite KFB soundbite?
Oh, a million.
There's so many of them.
That's a tough question.
It's tough because it's still really soon for me to be like sentimental about him. A lot of them still like bug me. A lot of the stuff he did and said. Like there was a clip, it was the whole series of events leading to him getting parked for 2 laps for flipping off the
Yes.
official
Oh, that was
during
brutal.
whatever race that was.
They're going against my constitutional
And I
right.
was
Kyle,
watching it.
stop.
Kyle, shut
And
up.
I was watching it and I was just like it's not been enough time for me to like
For me, it was
like- love this moment. I'm like, I
Yeah.
still look at
Yeah.
it like, damn, he was a prick. Like, I still look at it like his media stuff. Somebody would ask him a dumb question, and Tony Stewart would give good ones, but Kyle Busch were almost like mean.
That's the thing. Is
And it was just like, I respect his honesty, but at the same time, it's like he was not well versed in how to be mean nicely.
I
Like
think for
Tony
me, it
Stewart,
was
I
not-
think was mean nicely.
Yeah.
it was
Kyle
not
Busch was
one-
just mean.
It was not.
Thanks,
one
Tony.
Moment.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Still my favorite quote of all time. But it was it was not even one moment, but it was all of those moments when he was pissed off and the dry delivery.
Yeah.
What was the one?
I love the
The
one,
one
with,
where he's at the press conference table.
I think we're
and
going
they're
the same
like,
road.
How did you end up getting all the way back up
1,
to
2, 3.
pure
Oh, no.
talent?
Oh.
And he just
Yeah,
drops the
yeah.
mic. Like I love that.
I like the one. I forget who was sitting next to him, but then Logano was on the other side, and someone was like, "Oh, how does it feel to be the first time finishing 1, 2, 3?" He's like, "Nope, nope. Hendrick did that in what, 97? Oh, okay. Yep."
There was that one. It just
I think the
So second
original
time.
Kyle
Pure
fucking
talent.
Busch.
yeah.
The original Kyle fucking Busch. How did you do that? How were you able to drive with no power steering or whatever the situation was? Kyle fucking Busch. Or whatever he said,
Yep.
Kyle effing Busch or whatever his exact quote was. But like giving himself that nickname, it was like better than Rowdy. Don't
And
care.
then-
I
It was-
love the
and then he
Skittle
also-
suit when he's doing the crying
that- I
to
was
the
gonna-
camera.
That's where I was going. He was so good, not just with the media, but he was so good. And this is where Denny, I think, falls flat trying to be the heel. He was so good at working the crowd. When he had
If
the
you love you some Rowdy, let me hear you say
boo.
boo.
That was that one. The Bristol when he swept
Brilliant.
when he swept the weekend and he gets out and it was like he was in the purple caramel suit and he's walking up the front stretch doing like the wrestling,
Yeah.
like let me like fucking egging the crowd on, and the whole fucking place was booing him. And
If you don't like racing like that, don't watch.
yeah, he was so good at working the crowd in the sense of being a heel. You know what I mean? And it was, I just love that. And I think they brought it up last night on the broadcast. They asked him one time, I forget who it was, but it was one of the pit reporters said, what is it? How do you feel that this whole place is booing you? And he goes, well, at least they're making noise.
Yeah.
And that's how it
He
was.
was such a polarizing figure. That's why it's such a big loss to NASCAR. Whether you loved him or hated him, you felt something.
Absolutely.
And everybody that was a NASCAR fan from like 2004 to now, over the past 20 plus years, has felt something because of Kyle Busch. How many drivers have come and gone in this sport that makes you feel absolutely nothing?
Lots.
you'll see names on the list like, oh, I forgot that person existed.
Yep.
I forgot that person even raced. Someone could have a 5, 10,
I haven't heard that name in
15-year
years.
career. And you're like,
Yep.
oh, yeah. Then they just disappear.
Yep. I haven't heard that name in years.
Names like Kyle Busch will live on forever. If you are a fan of NASCAR at all in the past 20 years, Kyle Busch has made you feel hatred, love, frustration, pride,
It doesn't
whatever.
even, you don't
it doesn't
even,
matter what side of Kyle Busch fandom you're on. You felt something
Yeah.
because of Kyle.
You look
And
at
for that, we thank him.
you look at when we would go to Loudon, and every year Steve would wear his "fuck Kyle Busch" shirt.
Yeah.
How many people would dap him up? Yeah, fuck Kyle Busch. Like, you know what I mean? Every year.
Yeah.
And you didn't even have to be a NASCAR fan. And what got me on Thursday night into Friday, Thursday night, it was the lead story on all the World News Tonights. Like I was watching the local news and they had it on. It kicks to World News Tonight. It's the lead story, breaking news. Kyle Busch, holy shit, this is huge. It's on every news station. I'm seeing Facebook posts from everywhere. People that I have been friends with on Facebook for years posting about it. Wow, I can't believe this guy died. They don't even like NASCAR.
Well, that's how I found out about it. I wasn't on my phone. I was playing Forza. I was deep in the Forza grind. And my friend Matt texted me. He goes, Kyle Busch died? And I was just like,
Pardon?
What?
Yeah.
And I had to quickly scroll through our Discord and Twitter and stuff. Like, holy shit.
I went to work Friday morning and literally I made it 2 feet in the door, and everybody I was working with, because they know I'm the NASCAR guy, they were like, dude, what the hell? You didn't have to be a NASCAR fan. And this is, again, I hate that I keep going back to February of 2001, but it was exactly the same then. It was national news. People that had never watched NASCAR, and I wanted to hype up two people that had the same quote. Our buddy Timmy that we always do the media challenge with, used to the Wicked Fast podcast. He said it first, and then I saw Denny say it. This is like when Kobe died.
Yeah,
maybe not as big, because obviously Kobe was a completely different, celebrity level.
I don't know,
but this is, to NASCAR fans, this is like if Kobe died, because when he died, there was people that hated him, there was people that loved him. But it made everybody stop.
Yeah,
and that's what this felt like.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, and we talked about it a couple episodes ago, but the stardom of NASCAR and how really for years we didn't have a lot of outward exposure because our most popular guys weren't going and doing other stuff. They weren't showing up on Jay Leno and other talk shows that we had Dale Earnhardt do back in the day, or Junior do in the early 2000s. Obviously, things are a little different now, but we were talking about that with Carson, and Carson's kind of being more outward towards other media. Kyle Busch was never the most popular driver. I don't think Kyle Busch ever said no to an interview.
No.
Pat McAfee talked about him a bunch this week.
He was on Pat McAfee.
He went on Pat McAfee when no one knew who Pat McAfee was.
Yep.
Pat McAfee was reaching out to everybody, trying to get people to go on his show. And Kyle Busch was one of the first people to be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. And they became friends, and Kyle Busch went on his show countless times. And this and that. Kyle Busch was on fucking Hannity a couple months ago.
Recently, yeah.
Out of the blue. Dude just reached out. Kyle Busch was like, I got an afternoon.
Yeah.
I'll go do your show. He didn't care. He went on everything. He would set up an entire press tour if he was mad at somebody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally
he went on McAfee after the whole LaJoy thing at Pocono a couple years ago, and
just
ripped
rolled
LaJoy
him
in
over
the
the
coals.
coals.
People go on press tours for movies or albums or a fucking
Book
new
tours.
soap they're coming out with. Kyle Busch just be like, you know who I'm pissed off at right now? John Hunter Nemechek cut me off last week. I'm going to go on 16 podcasts and bitch about John Hunter Nemechek.
And then I'm going to go to Mexico and bring a gun.
Hannity. Out of the blue on Hannity. You know who I still fucking hate? Brad Keselowski. What the fuck? You guys haven't dueled in 15 years.
Yeah.
He held a
I will
grudge.
say Brad missed a golden opportunity. They had the microphones out for this pre-race stage this week, and they were letting the soldiers that they were on their cars and family members kind of announce who was on the windshield banner. I'm Sergeant so-and-so, Special Forces, whatever. And Brad was up there, and I think he had his daughter on his shoulders. And I was like, Brad, if you fucking had the balls to go up there, we're like, Kyle Busch is an ass, but we're going to miss him. I would have been like, done.
Well, Brad,
I'm going to miss you, buddy, but you're still an ass.
I thought Brad's post was incredible, because he basically was like, we were never friends.
Yeah.
And then that was one of the many things that made me choke up this weekend was his post when he said, I feel like the coyote without the roadrunner to chase.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, man.
That sucks.
You know?
Yeah. So
it's just, yeah, I don't know.
I
it
think
still doesn't even feel, talking about it feels weird.
I'm glad we did, though.
I still catch myself thinking that Kyle Busch is dead. And I'm like, what? That's still I still haven't come to terms with it, you know?
Yeah.
Also, can we talk to the interior designers of all these NASCAR drivers? Everyone's going on these shows and it looks like they're in a freaking white cloud of femininity behind them. And then you get like Joey Logano goes on something. It's just like wall of trophies. Brad, just American flag. Like fucking Jimmy Johnson went on Good Morning America or something like that.
He was on one of the shows.
One of the shows. He's friends with all the hosts to talk about Kyle Busch, which is fantastic. I love that. They obviously raced together for 15 years. But it looks like he's sitting in like a cloud of like just like a giant foam chair.
Listen, brother, when you get money,
Denny,
when you
with,
get
like-
money, all
like
interior
marble
design goes out
behind
the
him.
window.
Denny
It's
looked
like,
like he
dude,
was in the
sit it-
lobby of a Miami hotel.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like,
Dude, it's
what happened to the cool NASCAR part of these people? Like, they're all
Money.
just like, yeah,
Money.
it's
Yeah,
it's lame
someone
as-
needs to work on their Zoom backgrounds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like we zoomed with Ryan Priest. He's sitting in his fucking shop
He's like, oh, my late model. I'm
with
building
his
right
late
there.
model leaking oil behind him. Like, I gotta fix that. Or like, oh yeah, fucking.
Yeah, you know all about that.
I got this couch. I wish I had a late model.
Oh.
It'd be a lot easier to fix whatever the fuck's wrong with it than my stupid truck. But like, you got these guys doing cool shit, like Joey Logano or Kyle Busch would probably be the fucking coolest one out of all of them.
I saw somebody say, so I wanted to get your thoughts on this before we go. There's obviously a lot of people talking about instantly put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, I think I would like them to waive the 3-year thing, but put him on the ballot for next year.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's what I'm okay with. I don't want
think
them
you need to shoehorn him in right now.
No, I think, and also how cool would it be next year if he goes in with Martin Truex?
Yeah. Like, I totally see what people are saying, like, fast track him in now. But
I'm fine with get rid of the 3-year wait.
honestly, I feel like if you shoehorn him in now, it takes away from him. You know, put him on the ballot next year.
Yes.
Instead of shoehorning him in as a guarantee, like put him on the ballot next year. Let him get unanimously voted in.
I want him to be the first driver to be unanimously voted in. And if we just shoehorn him in this year, we don't give him that chance.
Yeah.
Plus,
100%.
it gives the family some time.
Yep.
They're not just immediately like, oh yeah, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that out of your house.
Yeah,
what
it's
they
like
should
take all
do-
the shit.
What they should do is 3D scan that trophy room and then move it all to the Hall of Fame and set it up exactly the same. Just have a room in
the
fucking.
fact in that episode he's sitting there with his fucking phone with a calculator. He's like 3 minus 12 minus 5 4 5. There's 285 trophies back here.
It's insane.
The
dude.
fact that you need to do that much math to figure out how many trophies are behind your head.
What I loved in that Full Speed episode when he's going through the trophies is he's just like, oh look, here's another Bristol sword. Oh, there's the Daytona 500 trophy, and I'm just like he's talking about it like I talk about Tupperware in the Tupperware drawer.
Yeah,
And he's like, oh,
absolutely insane.
here's one of my 5 Bristol or whatever 18 Bristol swords, just hanging out.
Yeah.
You know, it just
So here's my Bristol section.
what they need to do for the Hall of Fame is set up a scanner in there so they have everything picture perfect. Move everything, shelves and everything. I want it to look exactly like it did. That picture of him standing in that room. I want that in a room in the Hall of Fame. Build another room. I don't fucking care. Build a wing.
Yeah.
Build a wing and just put all those fucking trophies exactly how they
Get
were.
rid of the Buffalo Wild Wings and just put that in
There's
there.
Buffalo Wild Wings and
Hall of Fame?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the front corner.
I didn't know that.
It's great.
I've
You get a
never
lot
been.
of stuff on the walls.
Never been.
It's really good.
A lot of goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks.
You talk about shenanigans?
Oh,
I think with that being said, we'll move on with the show.
Kyle Martin, what and where should they place a statue? Vegas.
Vegas. 100% Vegas. No question.
I think Vegas would be the most appropriate because it's his home
Yeah.
track.
With that being said, we'll move on with the show.
I think Vegas or Bristol, right outside of this Victory Lane, so you still have to pass them to get to Victory Lane.
Oh, I like that because he owned Bristol. I
Yeah.
mean, there was so many years where you went to Bristol and it was Kyle Busch versus everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, that was like that. I mean, he was our generation's. You know, when we first got into NASCAR, we talk about it all the time. You'd show up for a Busch Series race, and if you saw that 60-win Dixie car, you were like, "Cool, we're fighting for second." In the 2000s, if you showed up to a truck race and saw that 51, or an Xfinity race and saw that 54, you knew you were fighting for second place. I think somebody said it. I don't know, was it Corey? Somebody said it this week after the truck race. And he was like, I fully expected to be getting following him around all week, all day today, you know, because he would have kicked our ass here too.
Yeah.
You know?
Kyle, we love you. We hate you.
Yep.
And we respect you.
Yeah, this is going to be tough.
Thank you.
Fuck Kyle Busch. We're going to miss him.
Yep.
Amen.
I amen to that.
Oh,
All right, we got through the hard part. Well,
yeah.
Hardish
So,
part.
you want to do any stuff from last week's?
Yeah, so now
episodes?
We'll get kind of into our normal run of things here. We're brought to you by us. Go to the merch website, grab yourself some merch. We got some track days coming up. We're going to be at Pocono in 3 weeks. We're going to be at Loudon in a couple months.
Yep.
If you're going to the track, go wear our junk. It's fun. I know we had a couple things at Charlotte this weekend. I think Mike is Vegan had a shirt on, I'm not sure. So
Yes,
yeah,
I've seen that.
go do that. That's losesfastpodcast.com. Go get yourself some merch.
I think Ricky wore a shirt to the track if you went.
Oh, Ricky. There was Ricky who I'm thinking of. Ricky wore a shirt, then he probably left it there.
There was another one. Who was it? One of the guys met TJ. He was wearing a hat.
Yes. Oh, Steven Roberts,
Yes.
something like that. I'm sorry, I forget your name. My brain is a fucking scrambled mess.
Yeah, we
There's
haven't had a
couple.
good weekend.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, go do that. Also, if you're the person, I don't know if it's real or not, but if you're the person that's running the loosest fast car in iRacing that's in that dude that makes the super cinematic iRacing videos, let me know.
Oh, yeah.
That was weird. Somebody pulled that out of the side. I think it was Joe. Was like, "There's a loosest fast car in there."
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but if he's making super, that might just be AI
No,
cars.
he said it's not.
Oh.
He said it was a league. So yeah, go do that. You can also help us out monetarily with a little thing we like to call Kyle's Race Day Challenge. Kyle, what is that?
Race Day Challenge is if you donate the dollar amount that matches the driver's number you believe won on Sunday and guess correctly, we will send you a little something. Shouts to, I think it was Preston and Josh this past weekend. I apologize if I'm incorrect, but thank you for your attempts to no avail.
Yep.
I did like the 3 donation because I was kind of hoping they would
You
win.
lose.
That would have been cool.
That would have been awesome.
Yep.
Should have bet on me, amigo.
I was like, man, I hope that happens. Oh, also, I just put in the order for Just Boss's win. He wanted a shirt for his dad.
Hell yeah.
So his dad's getting a shirt.
Nice. You can also leave us reviews on Apple Podcasts. You can go there, leave 5 stars, leave a long form review. Haven't gotten one in like months. So if you want to do that, that'd be cool because those are fun. You can also go to Spotify, leave us 5 stars on Spotify, and you can comment on the most recent episode. So from last week, we have a couple. David Willett, Marathon Monday is absolutely the greatest day in Boston every year. I used to
100%.
volunteer for the marathon while I was in college, and it was awesome. So yeah,
Hell
if you've
yeah.
been there, you know. DJ No Mayo.
Love that name.
Hope you guys tell us about your favorite KFB memories in the upcoming episode. Obviously, anytime he shit-talked Brian Vickers was great. But for me, maybe it was calling him Ryan Newman a big ogre at NHMS. Rip to the Candyman. One of my favorite KFB memories is probably from NHMS, and it was the rain year when we got to watch him hit the pace car and fuck the bumper up on the pace car because he was so pissed.
Yep.
That was fucking hilarious.
That was good.
I don't know if I've ever cheered louder than watching all of Joe Gibbs racing go
same.
crashing into turn 1.
We
at
had
Loudon.
people with us that had never, because that was not the COVID year. That was the first year of the show.
That was 21.
We
No, it
went
was 2021.
Yeah, it was 21, but I'm saying
Yeah.
it was the first year we went as
21?
a show, and we had a bunch of people, like, that was the first year, like, I think Stairs and Hathaway and
Yeah.
all them came with us, and they see us, like, freaking out because they're about to throw the green flag and it's raining, and then we watch all of Joe Gibbs fucking back it into the fence, and we're all having a meltdown, and they're like, what's happening? We're like, that's the best outcome that could have happened.
Yeah, KFB and NHMS did not get along the past couple of years.
No, he did win there a couple times, though. I'm pretty sure he won the year he won the championship. I think.
Well,
I
no,
remember seeing-
first ever car tomorrow race there.
Yep. Ugh.
He
There's a
DNF'd
question
the last-
later in the show.
Last like 3 years, he DNF'd, I think, twice.
He DNF'd quite a few times the last couple of years, yeah. All right. Nate Dogg started a new job this past week, had about 20
Congrats,
hours
Doc.
worth of podcasts I listened to every week, and now only have time for 1 or 2.
Damn.
The LIF podcast is the first one I listen to make sure I get it in. Also, keep the Cinco de Mayo outro. It's the best thing my ear holes have ever heard.
Yeah.
It'll actually make sense this week.
Yeah, that's true.
Andrew E. Normally, I'd try to post a mildly amusing, if not sarcastic comment, but it doesn't feel right today.
No.
Dark clouds are literally gathering right now as I learned about the passing of Kyle Busch, a driver I love to hate. Won that when he was on, felt absolutely unbeatable. One of the best villains our sport has ever had. Cocky, loud, rough, and had the talent and spades to back it all up. I'm just honored I got to watch him wax the truck field one last time. The sport isn't the same without him.
It's not.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Perfectly put.
And then last one is Matthew. I know Norm confirmed Mikey won the All-Star race in 96. But it was only after Dale in the red, white, and blue Olympics car got loose and ran himself and Terry up the track in the last 10 laps 1 year after Dale in the silver car did the same thing to Darrell Waltrip, except they crashed in the last 10 laps. Both broke Darrell's wrist. Point of comment, 10-lap shootout, the only way to do it. I agree. Fix the All-Star race.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, and Jim's Rims. Go check them out.
Jim's
If you need the
Rims.
I don't feel like looking up the info. If you need the info, go listen to last week's episode.
Jim's
Rams.
Thank you, Dan.
Yep.
The old race picks. Not a good week for any of us, really.
It was not. It really wasn't. I thought he was gonna. I thought Norm was waxing.
Dude,
He was
I
gonna.
blowing y'all's back out.
Well, I thought so. Obviously, long race. Yeah, that was good. Long race. I'm sitting there
Jesus
watching
Christ.
Carson. Carson's running around in 30th in the first stage, but then I think it was towards the end of the first stage. He goes from 30th to like 11th to end the stage, and I'm like, hell yeah, they fixed it. They figured it out. Whatever. And then the next pit stop, they come in and they can't get the fucking wheel on, and he goes a lap down, or he ends up in the back, goes a lap down, ends up 2 laps down. And then, of course, he finally gets the lucky dog,
Game over.
the caution for rain. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah. So I chose Mr. Brad Keselowski getting me 25 points. Wait, actually, and I beat
Yeah,
I
so
beat
you
the
get 30.
squad.
You get 30. I was going to say you forgot that.
I did.
I still haven't finished ahead of you guys, other than my 2 wins this year.
Yeah. So
Some
I beat the fact that I beat you guys and finished what, like 16th, 15th.
I literally-
didn't
I
even
was
give myself the
scrolling-
points.
I was scrolling through, and I was like, all right, who's first? Brad in 16th. Like, how far I had to finish ahead of him?
Nope.
So I got bad Brad, which gets me 25 plus the beating of you guys in a dismal 15th place, getting me 30 points. Dan,
Did it again.
Yeah, did it again.
yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Dan with Carson Hocevar getting him 14 points, and Mr. Briscoe for Norm Pelletier getting him 27 points.
Stage points saved
Thank
Norm's
you for
ass.
3 stages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although he kind of lost me a bunch at the end of stage 3.
Now our points as they stand. Norm with an asterisk on his 515. Just
Why?
because he got a gift and I didn't get anything.
Oh,
and
you're
I'm
just
bitter.
still salty about
I'm
that.
so
Bro,
salty
if
about
you
it.
look at
Wasn't my
Ricky's
gift
thing,
bigger?
I am killing you guys in Q3 or whatever we're in.
Q3. Oh,
Yeah, he like has it broken up like segments of the season. Like
Oh, yeah.
points earned.
Well,
And
you've been
I'm
putting
having
on a
good
show the last
stretch
couple
right
weeks.
now,
Yeah,
and it's
100%.
mostly because of SVG.
yeah. Well, that'll help. But yeah, Norm has 515. I have 478, and Dan has 460. But the good news is heading into Nashville, Dan gets to choose first. Where you going, Dan?
Nah,
Technically, he finished last.
I finished last, bitch.
Oh, did you finish?
Well,
further
I
back?
finished in points last, but he finished in like Briscoe finished in
we,
like 30.
we go by,
Oh,
we go
yeah.
by
Yep.
position.
We go by
Yep, sorry.
finishing position.
Take that back.
I'm
I
gonna
just
quickly
looked at the numbers and expected.
I'm gonna scroll real quick, make sure I didn't pick them already. Somebody else with a cool nickname I'm picking this week. Young Ryan Blaney.
Ooh, good pick. He's very good there. He's got a win, but then he also tried to drive through the inside wall once. So
Who cares?
Okay. YRB for Norm. And make some notes.
I'm gonna
here.
regret not picking a Toyota, but I think I'm out of them.
I'm running low.
I think I have Riley Herbst available.
Sick.
Dan, where you going?
I'm going to take a guy who has the 6th best average finish in the couple times we've gone to Nashville. Give me old Darrell Wallace Jr.
Bubba.
I didn't look at averages at all.
Blaney's not bad. He's got a 14.3 average, but remember, he won a race, 2 top 10s, but then he also DNF'd a race, so that kind of fucked him.
I was just swinging from the hip.
Bubba's got 2 top 10s and 3 top 20s. So
Alrighty.
yeah, Blaney has a 1st and a 36th in the 3 races we've raced there.
What do I want to do? Those were the 2 people on my list.
Suck it, nerd. That's what you get for winning.
Yeah.
Can
It's not really winning. I got 30 points.
Can you also please amend this, because I'm seeing that we can still pick Kyle Busch and I'm sad. When
Yeah.
you get time. When you get time.
I
Pick him.
Jesus. I don't know if I want to go Toyota.
I almost went Bowman, then I remembered that he's like cursed in this race.
Well, it's no longer Ally.
Oh, true. It's not the Ally race anymore.
True.
He's now cursed at, what is it, Michigan? Is Michigan the Ally 400 now?
I think so. That's coming up. That's next
Oh,
week.
it's starting to get.
It's starting to get tough.
And remember, this is a good track name, good race name, Cracker Barrel 400.
I was looking at the driver averages, and I've already picked the most of the top 10. I was like, God damn it!
Yeah.
I was gonna go Byron, but I don't know. You can't bet on that kid this year.
I already picked him.
Kyle has to.
Give me Ty Gibbs.
You haven't picked Ty Gibbs yet?
Nope.
It's a good pick.
Good, you can get it this week.
You have to root for him.
Josh, it's his turn now.
We're rooting for fucking carpool karaoke. You got to root for the Antichrist.
Oh, Dan's favorite driver.
Josh, I have a screenshot of something you said in Discord the other day. I'll use it if I
man.
have to.
I chose Dan's favorite driver, Ty Gibbs.
Remember,
Dan chose Bubba Wallace, and Norm went with Mr. Ryan Blaney. See how that shakes out at Nashville. Not super speedway.
it is super speedway.
I don't like why they call it
I know,
that.
I hate that.
don't like
I
it
hate
at
when they
all.
call not a super speedway super speedway.
I get it because they had the fairgrounds, so they kind of had to differentiate.
We were talking. Obviously, we were up late last night watching the Prime stuff, and Bennett, who I think lives in that area, he's going this weekend. He was like, "I hate how they're talking about Broadway." He's like, "This place is an hour away from Broadway in the middle of fucking nowhere."
Yeah, it's not even
like,
close. But what is closer is some people's favorite segment of this show. Some
And
people
this is-
hate it
and this is the best week for it now that Throwback Week is dead.
because it is Norm's.
America.
No, you're good. It's who cares? They don't need to see us. Nobody likes us. Yeah, it looks fine. There you go.
All right, Norm, get after it.
I'm going to go through every single scheme because
I'm fine with that.
there were some bangers, starting with probably the worst one. The one car.
Were they trying to make that look like a tank?
I understand what they were trying to do, but it looks like Swamp Thing. I don't really, I don't
It
really
looks
know
like
what the-
mud.
Not great.
They were going for like a tank aesthetic. I get it. It just didn't come out great.
No.
2-car, not patriotic at all. Shame. 3-car, I liked it. Little bit of a difference from what they normally run. I liked it a lot.
I don't love the bright blue because it's
It
not.
needs to be
Hey,
dark
thank you.
blue.
It's supposed to be navy.
Yeah, that's not the worst blue,
But
it's up there. There's
it's
I
not
talk about it.
good.
There's like the color wheel, like the Roy G. Biv color wheel you see.
Yeah.
Like CMYK colors or whatever the difference is. And there's like a blue that is just like burned your retinas.
Yeah.
4-car, super clean, just a little American flag on the side. 5-car,
Baby girl.
I like it a lot. I don't think it's as good as the last year's or the year before,
Disagree.
the famous Blackbeard one. I like this one a lot.
I love it.
Super cool. They're running it on everything.
They need
I
to,
think, I think it looks great on his
they
car.
need to release the 4-pack of diecast with all of the truck, the 2 Xfinity cars, and that because I will buy it because I cannot. And those cars, especially the 5, look so good
You're not gonna
under
get
the lights.
Anywhere near that 7 truck.
True.
You're not getting anywhere near it. I want it and I'm going to buy it when things die down.
Well, I think what they're gonna they're gonna
I'm looking-
pre-order.
They don't make a lot of trucks.
They're gonna-
Obviously, they're going to make that one.
Well,
but
think
they
about
don't
it though.
make
It's
a
going to
lot.
be pre-order. They're not gonna sell out of a pre-order.
Yeah, fair.
And I guarantee you, much like think back to the Larson double years, how they sold the double diecast pack. I bet you they come
Yeah.
out with a 4-pack.
Probably.
6-car built submarines, not their best work. I think
Meh.
last year's was better. This one was a little bland. 7-car, this was honestly my favorite one of the weekend. For some
Really?
reason, I just loved this scheme.
I just don't like the blue. Same
I-
reason.
It's the freeway blue, so I'll allow it. I think it's a good blue. It's not the obnoxious blue that it could have been.
Yeah.
The 9-car, super cool. Honestly, a really good scheme. I hate the chrome number, and the Napa logo should have been inverted.
I will
It should have been a white Napa logo, the blue outline.
I will agree with you this time that I do not like the chrome numbers on that car.
Doesn't fit.
And they're like genuinely chrome, which I
Yep.
do like, but it's just it makes it hard to see. The 10,
Terrible.
You missed it.
Terrible.
The
That's
11,
just his normal-
lazy.
I mean, I like this scheme, but it's just a normal
Yeah, it's just
scheme.
a sport clip scheme.
Yeah.
I don't like how the 11 how the white cuts off at the bottom of the 11. I feel like that should flow through to the skirt. I feel like that would be way nicer.
Well, then they couldn't trick the
Scanners.
scanner.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
12 wasn't bad. Not my favorite body armor scheme, but it's a step up over a lot of the body armor schemes.
Yeah.
Clean. 16, obnoxious.
It's a lot.
There's a lot going on. I watched pretty much.
I like it.
I watched pretty much the entire race yesterday from Alex Bowman's onboard, and he was racing the 16 almost the entire race. So I got really sick of looking at this car. But there's just a lot going on. I like it a lot. Super cool.
Yep.
17, not my favorite.
No.
19, I liked it a lot. I think there's a really typical tracker American flag scheme, the Rifle Association of America or whatever they normally have on it. This was a little different. I liked the stars on it. 20, horrible.
I liked the 20. I thought it looked cool.
I thought
The
that was pretty
green
sharp.
looked a lot better on TV than I thought
So
it would.
I saw
Good
you.
use of space.
He mentioned originally when the render came out that the green and the interstate batteries on the hood didn't match the green on the rest of it, but I think in real life it did.
It did. They changed the green for sure.
Yep.
It's no longer like the Bobby Labonte green.
I thought it was hot.
It's a little brighter, but it looked good on TV. On the renders, it looked like piss.
Yep.
21.
Lazy.
I love that scheme, but
Not the weekend for
not
it.
America. 22.
That's busy.
It looks like it's 3 schemes chopped up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looks good, but it's just like a whole lot going on. Looks very kind of generic. 23.
I liked that.
Lazy, but I love the Columbia scheme.
I love the Columbia splatter.
I
Yeah.
like that scheme, and I think they just made good use of the colors. So.
Yeah. And they didn't use chrome numbers.
Lazy.
Shout out. 24. I fucking love this scheme.
I love the scheme, but it's lazy because he'll
Yeah,
run that in 3 weeks.
That's literally the Raptor primary scheme, so it's fitting.
What they
Such
should
a
have done is
good-looking
just throw
scheme.
some stars in the
Something,
flames. call
yeah.
it a
Which
day.
I think they did last year. I think it was like almost like reflective
Yeah.
silver stars in the white background.
Yeah.
33. I've always liked the cheddar scheme, and I'm going to say something controversial. I never liked Kyle Busch's 8.
I like the 33.
I love the 33. I understand they couldn't do the 8 in this font because it would be too similar to the DEI 8. I get it. I never liked Kyle Busch's 8 when they released it. I really wanted to go with the 51. 33 looks fantastic. I like the scheme. I love the number.
He'll forever be the 18.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't even know the pickle car was here.
I saw that quite a bit.
I didn't even notice that.
It's a perfect
this
fit
is-
for this weekend.
This is one of the few
True.
pickle schemes I like. I think it's one of the better ones.
Yeah, I agree. It's best.
35 looked great on TV.
Yeah, 35, not a bad looking scheme. It's one of those all warning schemes.
Yeah.
Not patriotic. 38, I loved it.
So good.
Super good.
Also,
You like
This
chrome
reminded
red?
Me,
Chrome red numbers?
Also, where the fuck did he come
I don't love
from?
the chrome. This reminded me a lot of like the old Michael Waltrip, O'Reilly's cars.
Yeah.
Back in the day. 41, terrible scheme.
Yep. Not great.
I don't like whatever they're doing.
Hot.
42, not their best work, not
I-
their worst. The Dollar Tree cars have just been bad.
They just completely ripped off the
It
Hendrick
looks like
scheme.
the Hendrick car, yeah, to me.
Boy, this is a work of art. Oh my God, this thing looks like a toothpaste tube. I don't know how to describe
It kind
it.
of looks like a Colgate tube.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Well, it's super good. I love the Advent schemes. I love like every Advent scheme, going back to Chip Ganassi. So that's a super good scheme. 45 wasn't my least favorite, wasn't my favorite. I love O'Reilly's. I love them being on the car. I didn't think the scheme was that bad, but wasn't that great. 47, terrible.
I don't know
This
what was
looks
going on
like
there.
it's like a Facebook ad of something.
brother.
I like
48.
I like it.
Oh,
You're a camo.
mama.
You're a
Perfect.
He's a camo guy.
Mama.
This scheme, they nailed. If it was matte, it would have been 100 times
God, it's
better.
fucking sexy.
I love this scheme.
It is Matt.
It's not. It's,
It's
gloss.
not. It was glossy.
My favorite thing about this scheme is the pattern lined up over the body panels.
Yep.
Like the hood defender, there wasn't a hard line 20. If you go look at the pictures of that, there was a clear line of where the layers of vinyl didn't line up. 48's perfect. If it was red, white, and blue, it'd win this week. It's not. But I love this. I'm buying this.
I
die-cast.
also love
Okay,
what
fair
I
enough.
what I do love about it too is they didn't muck it up by adding different colors. I love that the number and the sponsor, they're all in the same color palette as
Yeah.
the camo.
It's
Like
perfect.
they did it properly.
It's perfect.
super good.
And as you know, I'm a camo guy.
Yeah, you're a big camo guy. We've seen this before.
51,
And it's still sick.
classic goodie. I
Yeah.
didn't like whatever was in the back, the World Supercross stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of didn't match the scheme. 54, everyone hates you. 60,
Yeah.
other than Dan, not American.
I will fucking.
66,
Do you want to wear this M&M's helmet but upside
Yeah.
down and permanently?
Fleetio,
Fellatio?
Don't know what the fuck that is. Scheme looks kind of cool though. 71 looks like an AI Facebook ad.
It does.
It does.
77. 77.
Intimidante.
Literally could have just changed the base color to a dark blue.
Yep.
And it would have been patriotic.
Yep.
Lazy.
Yep.
Lazy. Un-American. Unapologetic. Don't like you, Carson Osfar. Get out of my goddamn country. Elf on the Shelf.
I thought,
Love her.
I thought the shading on this car was really cool.
It was
pretty
tough.
sharp.
The rear bumper situation was tough.
Was it? I just think it looks cool because it's got like depth to it because of all the
Yeah.
shading and stuff. Like it looks fake,
It looks like a cheap casino ad.
kind of.
But hell yeah. Love Catherine Lake. 88.
I wish things
I
went
love
better
it.
for her
I
this
know,
weekend.
that's- sucked.
Yeah. That's just Red Bull. It works.
So who's getting a norm?
Superfile? Don't love that scheme. It's better than their primary Superfile scheme. I'm giving it to 7 this week.
to the
Me
7.
amigo. Winner again.
All the way up. All the way up.
Almost there.
Oh, God.
Oh, we locked
Oh.
it.
There you
7.
go. There it is.
Yeah, I love Daniel. I love that they didn't go like absolutely buck wild and change the scheme a whole bunch, but I think they did a really good job.
Yep.
I personally liked this color blue they used. It's the freeway blue, and I think it's a good blue. There, some like Kyle said, the 3 is a tough on the eyes blue. I don't think this was as bad.
Not as bad, no. Does the honorable mention go to our boy?
I think honorable mentions going to the 48.
Yes.
Yep.
It's just not red, white, and blue.
The whole time I was hoping you would pick the 48.
This weekend
I
needs
loved it
to
so
be
much.
red, white, and blue.
But camo's
I
pretty
understand.
close.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I needed to pick a red, white, and blue car. It would have been this or the 43.
Yeah. No.
Those are my 2 favorites. 48, I'm buying the diecast. Might be my last chance, so who knows?
Speaking of diecast, according to the chat, there already is a pre-order for the 4-pack of Hendrick cars.
Yeah, it's right on Lionel's website.
Kyle Martin said, Dan, they're making a 4-car set, $51 pre-order right now. So I might have to do that. 'cause
Yeah,
I
$51
want-
$51 pre-order
164s?
for the tiny ones.
Well, though it's probably like money down
Oh, yeah.
on the full $800 set.
I mean, I don't care about the 5 and the 88. Like, I just want the 7.
Yeah,
I just want the truck.
I want all. The problem is I want the 4-car set, but it's like cool 2 Xfinity cars.
I would do like the 124ths of like Larson's and Kyle's truck.
That's
Yeah.
probably what I would do.
The
Yeah.
sucky part
The
is like
O'Reilly's cars don't really.
I want
I
to
like
get
Raja's, but
I want to get a Kyle like an 18
yeah, I hope you're ready to
M&Ms
pay for it.
to put on display for our stuff. But we're not going to get anywhere near one.
I was talking to Josh in the chat. He keeps his mouth up. I'm not looking for him anymore. He wants the all black 8 car, the Rebel car, because he has the quarter panel off that car.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
he wants to display it in his bar. And I told him, I'm like, dude, we'll look at the Gypsy tents in a couple weeks. They're probably going to be doing the same thing with jacking the price up. But
Oh yeah.
but I don't know if they'll be
Yeah,
able to
there's
get
no
away.
shame in their game.
But I don't know if they will be able to get away with it as much as the eBay people are. I made the mistake of searching Kyle Busch on eBay the other night. Good Lord, people are
Yeah.
fucking
Well, that's
pieces
like
of
Greg
shit.
Biffle. Greg Biffle,
Dude,
is still
the-
out of there.
What's pissing me off the most is the fucking. Have you seen all the Facebook T-shirt
Yep.
shops that are
The-
popping up?
The fake AI, like, let's just make a shirt that says Kyle Busch on it and make a bunch of money.
Yeah, it's such bullshit.
Yep.
Makes me sick.
Also, another thing, it's the least important thing to complain about, but the memorial stickers. Can we all just like agree on one?
Yeah, there was like 5 different ones. My
Yeah.
They
favorite.
do it all the time. Like the Greg Biffle, we got the Biff 16, the one
Yes.
Roush came out
Yep,
with.
yep.
Everyone should have ran that sticker. Cletus had different ones on all of his stuff. Everyone just did different ones.
I
It's
liked
like,
the
be
black one
uniform.
that RCR was handing out to people, and apparently they made their way to Indy because a bunch of the Indy cars had them too.
Yeah, these
And
are
I
the pins they had too.
And I did see one of the Indy cars put it on upside down.
Oops.
Oops, I think it was a
Hey,
post Bob made.
Still works.
Yeah.
But I liked the one that RCR had made, and apparently they were handing them out in the garage to the teams. It was just that
Yeah.
black circle with the 8.
And
on
RCR had a big one on the 33. I don't know if it was on the 3. I didn't catch it or not.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, can we all just agree? There was some really good ones. The guy who I think does all Kyle's like pre-race announcement pictures made one, and it was really good.
Yeah.
I think it might have been the one they used on the start finish line or on the grass.
Let's keep digging. All right, not a whole ton of news happened over this past week, but we had a couple bits that we'll talk about. We got the list of the Prime guest desk people,
Desk guests.
guest desk.
Yeah, sure.
We got Mark Martin, Carl Edwards, MTJ, Jeff Gordon, and Brad Keselowski
But they're all at different
joining,
tracks.
joining the Prime.
So we had Charlotte was Carl this week.
Yep.
I know Jeff will be at San Diego. Brad K at Pocono was a weird one because the boy's in the race. So
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work out, but we'll see, I suppose. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep.
A little upset that it's not gonna be Carl every single week.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like the first one to
Did
notice
you
that.
watch the post race at all
Yeah,
last night?
yeah,
And
he talked about it.
he basically said that he had a summer trip planned with his family. It sounds like they're going sailing because that's what he does. He got, I wouldn't say emotional, but he got a little emotional last night talking about it. And he was like, we had this trip planned. The people at Prime were good enough to say, yeah, do what you got to do. Go enjoy your family. And he goes, this week really brought it really brought it to the forefront that I want to be with my family. And they hinted that he'll be back. I guarantee you, like, I think Danielle said he's probably going to call in next week. Like, we're going to get a Zoom video.
Sounds like they've already filmed some stuff.
Yeah, it
ahead of time. so-
sounds like he's going to be making appearances. She said something like, we've got some surprises coming up the way. So this ain't the last we're going to see of Carl. He just won't be live on set for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We'll talk about it more at the actual induction ceremony, but we learned the 2027 class for the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Jeff Burton, Kevin Harvick, and Larry Phillips.
I'm perfectly fine with that class.
100%.
A lot of people were upset that Greg didn't get voted in. I'm okay with it. Him and Jeff were very similar stat wise. Biffle had a little bit better in truck and Xfinity. He had the truck championship and the Busch championship, or nationwide, whatever it was when he won. Very similar cup stats, wins, and all that stuff. I think Jeff Burton did more after his career.
Correct.
Biffle kind of disappeared.
Yes.
Until recently.
Right.
Jeff has always been there. Jeff was leading the driver council and broadcasting, and he's always been a really big voice for safety, and I think that was very important.
Agree. 100%.
Not that I don't think Greg Biffle should be in the Hall of Fame, because he should be. But I think if he had gotten voted in this year, it would have been because he died.
Yeah.
And I feel awful saying that.
It would have been an emotional decision.
It would have been an emotional decision.
More than a statistical
Yep.
and, proof points. I agree with you wholeheartedly. 10 to 10.
Happy, Kyle Martin says he's happy for Larry Phillips. Yeah, learning more about him, I am too. Like, that guy dominated the grassroots of NASCAR.
It's tough. Whenever we get around to this every single year and they're talking about the inductees, it's hard to say no to any of them.
Yeah.
Like, all the guys, like, once you
can make
start
a case for
learning
anybody.
about them and kind of digging up information on them and stories start to come out about them, it's like, damn, well, yeah, obviously he should be in, or she should be in, or they should all be in. But NASCAR is very, I don't want to say stingy, but they limit the amount of people that can get in each year. And they've talked about it a bunch on DBC. I was listening to the live on the way down.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put that out.
And I agree with them. I think they should kind of open the floodgates a little bit for the Hall of Fame. So that way we're not every single year new people are eligible and it kind of kicks other people out. Like, so next year we're talking about obviously like Kyle Busch hurrying his process up to get in and eliminating the 3-year wait time. Well, we know Martin Truex Jr. is going to get in next year because he's the champion.
Yep.
Now Kyle Busch is going to get in. That locks out whoever was going to be next to him.
Right.
Was Greg Biffle's family going to have to wait a year? Well, guess what? Now you have to wait 2 years because of that.
True.
So I think they kind of need to definitely listen to what the guys are like. I'm sure Dorbrom Clear aren't the only ones saying it. I'm sure Dale Jr. would agree with it if he had an opinion on it. But kind of like allow in more. Like, just make it a popularity contest, not just a 2 guys need to get in. Whoever 2 guys get the most votes get it. Like, make it so, hey, if 5 people get enough votes, 5 people should get in.
Yep.
Obviously, we have nothing to do with that. We don't know the inner workings of it, but there's a lot of guys that deserve to be in there that I don't want to wait too long to get them in.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, that's all I got for that part. And then last bit of news that I have is Legacy Motor Club, as Norm would say, extended with John Hunter Nemechek.
Why? What's he doing? He doesn't even go here.
It's just driving.
They must have got a good deal on coloring books for him or something.
Well, just wait till you hear who their next guy is going to be.
Talking about Riley Herbst?
Yeah.
God.
Star-studded lineup.
Anyone almost starting to feel bad for Eric Jones?
Yeah. But
Legacy is just padding their bank.
Yeah, I don't know what the goal is here. Like
John
I've
Hunter
always wanted
Nemechek's
Eric Jones to just
very-
pop off. You
Carter
know?
Rupley, as if this week couldn't get any worse.
What were you saying, Norm?
John Hunter is very talented. We saw what he did in the lower series. Legacy's not there yet to really show off what these guys are. I think Eric Jones is very talented.
Agreed.
Yep.
Riley Herbst, I think, can be decent. I don't think he's a cup guy, but he obviously brings a bunch of money in sponsorship. It's just tough. We're at the age or the time in NASCAR right now where it's money buys rides, skill doesn't buy rides. Not that in the Cup Series, skill really prevails all that much with these cars. It's all about the car. Not really about the drivers as much anymore as it used to be. Like we look at Kyle Busch. We talked about him all episode. We know he's one of the greatest to ever do it. RCR wasn't giving him good cars. He was nowhere to be found. It doesn't matter as much as it used to. So now it's just money. The more money we bring in, the better we can make our cars, the better it makes everybody. So they're going to go for money over talent right now because you need money to build fast cars.
100%. That's all I got for news bits. Got anything else you guys want to add
I
to
will
it?
say the legacy thing, it's good news for
Good
our,
noise.
Good noise for Legacy Mountain Club.
I don't know what his name is this week. Real Figgy Cursed.
Yep.
The guy who was suspected to go into that third legacy car apparently isn't.
Yep.
So that might be good things for them. Supposedly,
Talk about that guy from Texas.
Yep. A certain town in Texas.
I can tell by
Well,
the
RFK
way.
came out this week and basically said that if they can't buy a charter, they'll run the third one open. I don't know how fucking true that is, but apparently
Really?
they have sorted it out that it'll work.
how much charters cost right now? It's very possible. The Dorbert McClear was saying there is potentially one out for sale and another one you could lease. I'm assuming either one of those could be the Haas one,
Yeah, the Haas one has been heavily rumored to be.
which they could sell. And if somebody's going to buy it, what they're suspecting charters go for right now, $100 million.
Yeah, we're talking up
They
there.
were talking about Junior's Thursday show. He had Letarte and Adam Alexander on.
Yep.
And I think they said like charters right now could go upwards of $100 million.
Yep.
Which Haas, the only reason why they held on to a charter was because they had so much shit from their old cup program that no one wanted to buy that it would be stupid for them to sell their charter and not use any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if the charter price has tripled since you guys stuck around,
Well, the charter prices went up so much because they're essentially permanent now.
yeah. So
When
now that
it-
charters are potentially $100 million and you have a $60 million scanner that somebody's only going to give you $30 million for, you could take that loss because that
Right.
charter's worth so much more money now.
What sucks the most about all this is like if Junior was going to get a charter, it was before this happened.
Junior scoffed at an $8 million charter.
That's you want to talk about probably kicking himself right now, man.
Like they might have only been like $2 million back when he like
100
originally turned it down.
Absolutely.
But they've talked about it like, yeah, me and Kelly, when we were running the numbers and we weren't paying $8 million for a charter. That was crazy. And then they come around, they're like $20 million now. He's like, holy cow, we should have bought one at 8.
Imagine
And
if
now
they
they're
bought one at
100. He's
8.
like, damn, we should have bought 2 at 20.
Imagine if they bought them at 8, and it's like now you're sitting there with $100 million.
Idiot.
But who's going to buy it?
No,
That's the problem. You
Yeah.
could give this thing infinite value, but right now, if
It's all what
Haas,
somebody's going to pay for. it.
Yep.
if Haas or Hayek or whoever they think is selling that charter,
Well, Hayek is extended.
right? But they might have extended it when no one wanted to buy their $100 million charter.
Yeah, they wave $100 million in front of their face. They might say, "Sorry, Ricky.
Right,
You're
but
running
you-
open."
Yeah.
You have a charter, and they go, oh yeah, well, teams are valuing them and insuring them or whatever they're doing at $100 million. Hey, we got this much value out of our charters. Hayek or Haas or even Rick Ware or somebody like that goes, okay, they're worth the Hendrick says theirs are worth $100 million a piece. I'll sell mine right now for 90.
Right.
Crickets. No one's buying it.
Yep.
Well, all right. Guess we're sticking around. They're worth 90. I'm not going to take 60.
Right.
They're worth 100. I'm not going to take 80. So they might be worth that on paper to the teams that already have them, but no one's going to buy one. Or
Yeah.
there might not be people willing to spend that much money on charters.
Yeah.
Like you're
We'll
not
see.
going to, like Red Bull could come in and start their own team.
Again.
They could spend $100 million on charters.
Easily.
But I mean, Chip Ganassi, we'd love to have him back. He's not going to spend $100 million on a charter.
Not after you just got
Well,
penalized too.
I mean, he might actually spend $100 million on a charter. Chip Ganassi's crazy.
True.
But God damn it, what I loved. I watched a little interview with him talking pre-race for the Indy 500. I was like,
Dude,
fuck,
I miss him.
I miss Chip Ganassi.
Oh,
Dude, I
dude,
saw that
seriously,
same
I did-
interview and
I
I
did
was like,
too.
Fuck, I miss that guy.
He's a good guy, dude. He's
He's the
fun.
right level of crazy.
Like, I would never want to be a crew chief for that fucking
When he
Shrek,
was on
dude,
Junior
but-
Show, he was on
Dude,
Junior Show a couple
his
years
poor
ago.
crew chiefs, dude.
yeah. Oh yeah. But cool. Any other bits?
I'm trying to think back. I don't think
Think that's
so.
it.
Ram, sponsor me. Send me a Rumblebee, please. I want one. I need one, Ram. Please. It's me, your boy. I've been a believer for years.
That'd be sick though, right?
Yo, hit me up.
Brother.
We will sell out if Norm gets a truck.
Hey,
Ram, I'm a good guy. I'll
His-
take a base model Rumblebee.
Your
please.
truck is amazing.
Yeah, but
my
okay.
truck is also quite
all right.
nice.
So can we get
His rains inside when it rains outside, okay?
Yeah.
Let's
hate
get
my
Norm a truck here.
Ram,
Okay.
I'm a Chevy guy.
And his
but I'll
other one-
change.
Just wets its pants every time.
How about
Yeah,
we
that
just
one
get a
rains outside,
sponsorship
too.
from all of the manufacturers, and then we no longer have payments anymore.
Dude, that's right. Just pay off our trucks and
Yeah.
get Norm one that works.
Yeah, that's all we need.
Yeah. I hate my truck.
Anyway, Charlotte, we had 3 races that didn't go the length, but we had
The first time in history, and we will take the blame for this. Joe Sanchez in our Discord asked on Sunday morning, I think during the truck race, he goes, "Has this ever happened before where all 3 races have not gone the distance?" Because we were looking at the forecast for the Cup race. So I went to the source. I tagged Seth Eggert on Twitter, who is the stat guy. He's the guy you see with all the cool spreadsheets, and
yeah.
he's got a spread. If you name a stat or something happening, like he has an oddities one that has like the orange rolling down the front stretch at Chicago,
Right.
like that type of shit. And he went back and
Tropicana.
dug through his shit, and he said, "Nope, it's never happened before." And then last night when the Cup race didn't make the distance, he started tagging us. He's like, "Blame them." I was like, "That's my bad, dude. Brought it up."
Yep. Sorry. That was us. But we had the North Carolina Education Lottery 200.
North Kakalaka.
Great name, decent,
Yeah, North Carolina Education Lottery 200.
a little
Not
wordy, but I get it.
A little word.
Charbroil 300.
Phenomenal,
Love it.
Perfect.
And then the Coke 600.
the best.
Yeah.
World 600,
Untouchable.
World 600.
Coke 600, World
Hey,
600,
we need
either
a
or.
sponsor. Okay.
Either or. I'm perfectly
World
fine.
600
That is-
presented by Coca-Cola. Just doesn't ring off the tongue.
Nope.
Yeah. But yeah, all 3 races shortened by rain.
What was the
The
deal with
truck
the
was-
truck race?
Okay, so
Truck
what
was
the
delayed
tw-
3 times.
Yeah, but what was the 12 o'clock cutoff
That
for?
was Fox. And the broadcast said as much. I saw people saying that there is, we don't know if that's true. No, they said on the broadcast that Fox had a hard out of 12 p.m. because they didn't want the truck race to bleed into Indy 500 coverage. I think you guys will be fine. We could have run the last 20 fucking laps.
I don't even think it was 20. It was like 12.
So this is my level of pissed about the 3 races. Cup race, I'm fine with it. It sucks. But we watched that whole post race show last night. It was still fucking raining. Like we would have been there till 4 a.m.
Right.
For them to run 26 laps or whatever was left.
Yeah.
They
something
were.
like that.
That's
Plus,
completely
Denny would have probably won. It's the whole thing.
Also, that's also part of it. The O'Reilly race, I get it. I understand why they didn't do it. I just hated how they did it. I hated the procedure. I hated that we ran around for fucking 20 laps under caution just to get to the end, just to make it official, and then we're done. Like, that annoyed me.
Yep.
But I also kind of understand. The truck race fucking pissed me off because the weather was fine. Now, the truck drivers didn't do themselves any favors by wrecking 700 times. If they wouldn't have done that, we probably would have finished the damn race by noon. But at the same time, having a hard out to end the truck race to get to the Indy 500 pre-race, we're talking like an hour before the race even started, probably 40 minutes before all the pageantry started. They were worried that the truck race was going to bleed into Danica and Tony yapping.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off, dude.
Not to mention, you've been broadcasting this damn race for a month.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah,
and I don't think, yes,
What bothers me, I totally understand because the Indy 500 is the Indy 500 and the truck race is a truck race. But you're shutting off a truck race that race fans are watching for race fans that are going to be watching the same thing.
well,
So if you bleed in by 10 minutes,
Yeah.
even when the checkered flag goes down and they cross start finish line, sorry guys, we got to go.
yeah.
That's fine. Just
What I-
finish it.
And my thing is, the people that are gonna watch the Indy 500 pre-race are gonna watch the Indy 500
That's what I
pre-race.
just said. Yeah.
They're not gonna be watching the truck race, so you're not really losing anybody. You're losing. What does the truck race bring on FS1 every week? 500 million people, if that.
Yeah.
especially
Was it on FS1 or was it on Fox?
It was on FS1.
So it was on FS1.
Yep.
Indy 500, I assume, is on Fox.
Yep. So you're talking
Different channels.
You're talking that you might lose a couple 100,000 people for the first 10 minutes of your broadcast.
Yeah.
Is that really hurting the bottom line when it's probably the biggest sporting event outside of the Super Bowl that you're
Yeah.
going to broadcast this year?
It's infuriating because it just shows you how much of a slave to the broadcast partners
Yes.
that we really are.
Yeah.
Like
Which sucks.
it's one thing if it's channels, and this was 30 years ago. Yeah, this channel can only be used for one thing at a time. But we're on two different channels. Not to mention apps exist.
24
You're force
laps.
feeding Fox 1 down our throats. Why can't the truck race be on Fox 1 if you need all the Fox channels for
Right.
the Indy 500?
And then I saw people saying, oh, it's because they have to get set up for the Coke 600 pre-race, which is very involved, understandable. The race ended at noon. You're telling me they couldn't have 12:30? They wouldn't have enough time to set up everything for the Coke 600? Are you fucking out of your
24
mind?
laps.
We couldn't have ran 24 fucking laps?
Also, putting extra heat in the track. Great for a race that's potentially going to get
Or-
rained on.
Or hear me out. Fox comes to you and says, "Hey, we gotta be out by noon. How about we start at 9 instead of 10?"
Yeah,
You know?
just infuriating.
Yeah, it's
Um,
dumb.
But anyway, Lane Riggs led the race high 52 laps.
He ran away with that race.
And did the KFB bow as everyone did all weekend, which was nice.
Seeing him how emotional he was when he got out of
Yeah.
the truck, that hit pretty hard.
It did. It did.
Um,
It was a very somber weekend, I think, for everybody. Seeing the bow out of everybody was really nice. I mean, especially Suarez, who had a really big history with KFB,
Yep.
which is awesome. Really,
Yep.
really cool to see. But yeah, obviously the Charbroil 300. We had Ross
Hold
Chastain.
on, before we move away from the truck race, put a catch fence on the backstretch because if Corey Day was 2 feet higher, he's going into the campground.
Holy hell!
That was fucking scary.
That would have been cool.
What?
Whoa!
Jesus Christ!
Hey,
Impressive how that thing lifted off the ground and didn't blow over.
yeah, it started to come down right the right
Dude,
second.
4 fucking wheels off there. I was on the phone with my dad, and he was like 20 minutes behind. He had the truck race on, and I'm on the phone with him, and I went, "Holy shit!" And he's like,
Yeah.
"What? And I'm like, "You're still behind, aren't you?" He's like, "Yep." He goes, "Did I just hear Corey Day?" I'm like, "Yep." He goes, "All right, I'll see it in a little bit."
Yeah.
That was. It was scary how quick that truck got up in the air, but then it was also comforting knowing how quickly it came back down.
Yeah,
but
that was a
that
hard
dude-
hit.
It was
that
a hard
dude that
hit.
Fox has on the broadcast is fantastic. I don't remember his name at this very moment.
Shit, he's the Cars Tour guy. and
I keep thinking it's Dylan Welch, but it's not.
No, it's not.
No.
I know his name.
Chris something.
Nope. Hold on, I can find it because I know who it was.
Travis Pastrana was in the 25 truck this week.
Yep.
That's super cool. Love Travis. He was in the Rumblebee Ram. Didn't run so hot, but had fun. That's all we can ask because Travis is the coolest person that's ever existed.
Ever. Literally ever. Do you see that the thing that's going around again is like the X-ray of his body? With all the patches
dude,
and
it's
screws
terrifying.
and shit and everything.
Eric Brennan.
Eric Brennan, thank you.
Eric Brennan needs to be signed by Fox full-time truck series because he makes the races interesting.
Yeah.
He's not killing me like Jamie
Yeah,
Lewis.
he's from he does Flow, right?
Yeah, he does
That's
Cars
where
Tour.
he came from.
Yep.
Yeah,
Pastrana
he's
brought
awesome.
it home 21st.
He avoided everything
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
Every single wreck.
Every
was out of
wreck,
his windshield.
every wreck, they went to Travis Pastrana's onboard to get the best replay.
Lajoie brought it home first out of the Rams in 12th.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
I
running the
didn't see Justin Haley all that much.
Brought it home 17th.
I was surprised. Yeah, he was kind of out of the picture most of the race.
But Saturday, the Charbroil 300, as Dan talked about, only made it halfway.
That was
idea,
infuriating.
Didn't see a lap of it.
That was just infuriating. The racing was great, I thought.
This was when I was in the middle of dying.
I watched it. I was a little sauced, so I had a rough day on Saturday, so I was a little under the weather by my own doing. But I watched it. The racing was really good, and I think that's why I was so pissed because it's like it started raining a little bit, and then they did the like, oh, lights are out, lights are back on. Lights
Yeah.
are out, lights are back on. And then we just ran around under caution
Forever.
for 20 fucking laps so they could get to the end of stage 2, call the race official, and we were done. I don't even think the back half of the field stopped on pit road before they called it.
Two
and it-
rain cautions in like the first 30 laps or something like that. They
What?
slowed them right.
Yeah.
Slowed them twice in the first 30 laps. And then the rain delay was like 4 hours.
Yeah, it was a long race.
Because I remember I was obviously falling apart and I fell asleep for a couple hours and woke up and they weren't running again. I was like, okay. And I fell back asleep. And then when they went back to green, I didn't miss anything. I was like, I've been sleeping for like 4 hours.
My dad texted me. I was sitting out by the fire, and he's like, he was doing stuff outside, and he's like, I just came in, and he's like, I see they're under a rain delay. He's like, how long does this last? And I'm like, well, considering the fact you just started your recording that started 3 hours ago, I'm like, they're still under it. He goes, oh, okay, I won't bother watching all this then.
So they ended up calling the race at 91 laps in with Ross Chastain with that beautiful paint scheme, taking the checker flag.
Oh, the carport scheme?
Yeah, that scheme rules.
The Harvick scheme, basically.
No, that's a
No, it's a old Dale Earnhardt.
It's
It's
an
a
old-
Sam Bass paint scheme.
yeah, it's one of the Sam Bass ones that he never ran.
That's
Kind of.
It was like the original scheme before they went with just the normal black and
Yep.
silver.
Yep.
Beauty.
It's
Carolina
pretty much,
carports,
It's
right?
pretty much the Wrangler. Yeah, it's pretty much the Wrangler scheme in black and gray. is
Similar
what
to
the original
the
design was.
which the Harvick one's pretty similar to it too.
It's
Where is it?
similar to it, but it's a little bit
Like the
different.
02 Harvick scheme is very
Uh,
close.
Also,
Not
can
in here, I
we
guess.
briefly talk for 2 seconds about the Raja throwback scheme for San Diego?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
The Navy one.
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah,
Oh.
the Hendrick logo looks kind of weird in the Navy font.
I
Not
ordered
gonna lie.
I ordered the shirt because the shirt's fucking fire.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The throwback to the
Super
first
cool. The
JRM
blue
car.
looks great. Did you see the little Easter egg? So the first time they brought that scheme out, they put the stickers for the numbers upside down
Oh,
because
really?
the 88, that font is like slightly shorter on the top than it is on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's not as exaggerated as the Cups font that like Junior and Bowman ran, but it's a little different. But on the original the original scheme, when they unloaded off the truck, the sticker guys put the numbers on upside down.
Nice.
So they fixed it obviously for the race. So Ryan Williams posted on Disc or X that the 88 on the back bumper is upside down on purpose.
Oh, that's awesome.
in
sick.
honor of the original fuck up on the original.
That's
yeah,
cool.
I ordered that shirt because the shirt is fire. It's got both cars on it. And I
And?
also ordered the KB last win shirt.
So you got one.
Yep.
I got one, and Chad
know.
got one too.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
hopefully we all get them for Pocono.
I don't know. They said they're not shipping until like the second week of June. It's going to be fucking close.
Maybe.
And
If we get them, it'll be sick.
and I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of orders for that.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think we're seeing that shirt in time.
But KB ultimately wins because he made everybody a member of Rowdy Nation.
Yeah, I bought a Kyle Busch shirt.
we bought Kyle Busch.
Who am I?
shirts.
If like 18-year-old me could talk to me right now, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Clements. I love this scheme.
Clements, the Quicksilver Dale Senior car
Oh
was
yeah,
fire.
that one's cool.
Yep.
And then the Coca-Cola 600.
Coca-Cola like 580 something.
It was an absolutely banger race.
Oh
if
my
you
God.
liked Joe Gibbs racing.
I thought the racing was still good, but yeah, it felt like a Joe Gibbs match race or a Toyota match race.
I was going to
'cause
say
Tyler-
Toyota because
'cause
Reddick led
was
the
a-
most.
The
yeah.
racing wasn't terrible. It was pretty good. It wasn't as electric as it could have been, but the way they split this race up kind of doesn't give them that option. You're just running 50, 50, 50.
You're
50,
basically
50,
running
50.
50 lap segments. I do love that tires matter. Charlotte's getting beat. Charlotte is finally aging. I was actually looking.
Dude, the bumps in 3 and 4. Junior was trying to show you, but unless you were like consistently in an on car of somebody, the bumps in 3 and 4 on the top were nuts.
I wonder how Larson's headache is today because that boy was
Bouncing around.
ridiculous.
It's so funny. They were showing Larson compared to Chase, which Chase looked like he was Velcroed into the seat and couldn't move an inch. And Larson's fucking
All
on a
over the
fucking
place.
carnival ride. And then Chase crashes like,
Maybe
you'd rather be comfortable or uncomfortable, I guess.
But I was looking back. The kid, Christian Espinoza, the dude that lives in the condo, the flag people
Yeah.
that we were sitting next to. If you go back and look at his X profile, he's got a lot of cool pictures of Charlotte, like when nothing's there. And somebody brought up recently, he had pictures. They're like, oh man, I love how much Charlotte's aging. And he had pictures from his condo, like zoomed in. It is beat to shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome because
Yeah.
tire wear is coming back. We saw cording. There was a couple cars towards the end of runs, end of stages, like they're just limping it home because the tire's coming apart. And it created comers and goers. Like you saw, was it Seabell was that stage 2? Where he came in, I don't know, 10 laps later
3.
than
That was
everybody.
the end of 3.
It was the end of 3. I couldn't remember what it was. But he came in,
Well, that's where like Reddick led the entire stage 3. And then with like 6 laps to go, dropped an anchor because his tires were gone.
yeah, and then Bell, he made up, like he came out like 9 seconds behind Denny and Reddick and made it up, charged right back through the field. Like I love to see that. You know,
I also appreciated it didn't seem like aero blocking is as big of a deal at Charlotte as it is at a lot of other mile and a half
I saw
tracks.
some moments. I saw Reddick do it. I think it was Reddick or Briscoe did it to Denny once.
Reddick did it to Denny, but Denny was able to drive right up to his bumper and push him.
There was one point that I still specifically remember. I just don't remember who it was that did it to Denny, but he crossed over Denny, like going into the corner, and you watched. It looked like the steering wheel got disconnected on Denny. He was just like, "Ah," like right up the track because he crossed over the wake. I mean, it's jet wash.
I think because there was like 3 defined lines that you could pretty much predict where somebody was going to go, and it didn't seem like it was as big of a deal as it is at other tracks.
I don't think they were actively aero blocking each other. I think if you got in someone's wake, it was still a problem.
There were some guys that you saw like arc it really big into the corner.
Yeah.
And that was to throw the guy off behind you. Like, oh, he's going high. He's going low.
He's going low.
And
Son
then
of
they
a bitch.
takes your air away. But it wasn't nearly as bad as I think it could have been.
Yep.
I think the racing was great. Comers and goers were nuts. Like watching guys, like obviously Bowman, I was watching all race long, fucking blew a tranny 3/4 of the way through stage 1. Didn't know that was legal. But broke the transmission, had no first and second gear the entire race. He started dead last. They changed a rack, drove to 20th in stage 1. They have a fucking 20-something second pit stop. He leaves the pit stall, immediately loses first and second gear, has to restart in third, can't downshift in the corners. And he came from 2 laps down at the end of stage 3 to 17th on the lead lap at the end of the race. William Byron, same thing. He was fucking out to lunch.
He was a lap down. He was gone. And then all of a sudden he's
comes
in like
back. Suarez was battling back there with those guys. Ross, before he wrecked, he was in the back. There was a bunch of guys. Logano was in the back for most of the race. He drove up to the field. So there are a lot of guys that you weren't cemented in the position you were in. End of stage, I want to say stage 3, we saw like the 4 leaders were within like a second and a half of each other, and you weren't stuck there. They were all just that close at the end of a run. It was good racing.
And that's why we're so glad that the Oval's coming back for the playoff race, and they're getting away from the Roval. I mean, as much as I do enjoy the Roval race, the racing here is just so good that.
And it's good with all 3 series.
Yeah.
All 3 series were awesome this weekend.
It's the right decision.
Yep.
100%.
I wanted to shout out in my list of shout outs the Kiwi himself, SVG.
Yeah.
So he obviously the qualifying gets rained out. It goes back to the Watkins Glen metric. So obviously he's like, what do you start 5th or something like that? 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking he's gonna drop anchor, he'll be gone. That boy was in the middle of the top 10, almost top 5 the whole fucking race. He was the second best Chevy behind Larson pretty much the whole race. He was ripping the top. Like, it was cool to see him up there.
And he still, I mean, obviously with the way things played out weather-wise and stuff, he still brought it home 11th.
Yeah, it sucks that it sucks that he
He
finished
would've drove
11th.
up.
I think it's good that he's upset that he got 11th.
Yeah.
Because he said that last night on the post-race show. He got on the stage. He goes, I'm pissed at an 11th.
I think they said his average running position was 7.2.
He was
something.
right there all day. He led some laps because him and somebody stayed out. Ty, was
Your
it Gibbs?
favorite driver, yeah.
Can you stop?
No.
I'm
Yeah,
so
him and
fucking
Ty
sick
Gibbs
of this.
stayed out, and
I'm
Ty
I'm just
Gibbs
fucking sick of it.
dropped an anchor on the start.
and-
and
but
SVG just shot out
he
of a
took
can.
off. He led 4, 5, 6 laps. I think there was a caution.
There was a caution.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
he did it again and
Trackhouse starting to build cars again?
still held C-Bell
Not
off
for
for like
Ross.
a lap.
Yeah.
Well, Ross drove up. He started in the back and then drove kind of up to the front before dying.
Old Steakhouse got him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ricky Steakhouse.
Yeah.
There's also Spinhouse. He's
Haven't
got
heard
lot
that
of
in a
names.
long time.
I love Steakhouse.
I haven't
don't know
heard Steakhouse.
why. Ricky
in a long
Steakhouse
time.
is one of my favorites. Yeah, I was just really good to see him up there. I think the boy's figuring out ovals.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a scary man.
it's a scary.
I mean, he's comfortably, not, I don't want to say comfortably, but he's, what, in 12th overall?
well, that and he got
13th?
stage points in every stage last night. That's massive for him.
Okay. What did he end up with? Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Brent, I'm with you. They should have called the
think-
race when he was leading.
He was in 13th before the race. I don't know if they moved him up or not.
33 points on the day, finishing 11th. Solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
Only
when-
33 points? He
Yeah.
must have missed one of the stages.
I thought they said he got points in all 3
Yeah,
stages.
maybe he was buried back then.
He is currently in 14th.
So when you're on the bubble like him, and obviously there's 2 road courses left, he should win both of them, probably, barring a lightning strike
Yeah,
or
San
something.
Diego's a lock. Sonoma,
He's good there, but you
yeah,
know,
we
who-
say it. every time we go to a road course, like, oh, the other guys know this
and
track.
then he wins by 10
and then
seconds.
he smokes
Yeah.
them.
So he's going to get points at those 2 races, but when he's living on the bubble like he is, days like yesterday, running top 10, getting stage points, that's what you need. And that's exactly, and unfortunately, that's like what the problem with Briscoe. He's running good, but then he's getting in wrecks and shit. I mean, he got some points, but
Yeah.
he's still behind SVG,
Briscoe
I'm pretty
can't
sure.
finish
He
the
is.
damn race.
Yep, he's right behind him. But yeah, ultimately Ryan Sparks makes the winning call by
And I
taking 2.
I don't want to hear anything, oh, he won a rain shortened race. He had to work for that one because he had to go through 2 restarts with Hamlin and Reddick on his ass.
He led what, the last 16?
Something like that. So a lot of them were
They
cautioned,
didn't
but
stay out and long run it and just luck into a
Yeah,
caution.
yeah.
They had to race for it. They got 2 tires when everyone else got 4, and Suarez is historically one of the hardest guys to pass, and he proved it.
yeah,
They had multiple opportunities to make a run on him, and Suarez knew exactly where to put his car to choke them off or to put them in a bad spot.
Now, the first restart that he led from, Denny was about to pass him, and then the caution came out. 100%. I'll say that. But he still ran a good race, got great restarts. Shouts to Larson. They did the old Talladega fucking hand out the window, like go, and Larson just snowplowed him by everybody. But he had to defend. It's not like it's, you hate to bag on Justin Haley, but Justin Haley got Spire's first Cup win by staying out, and then the skies opened up. He didn't have to actually work for it. Suarez had to work for it on 2 restarts with all the fastest cars in the field right behind him.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear any of that shit because I saw some of that last night, and I was like, come on.
Yeah. I hate to give Ryan Sparks flowers.
Yeah, same.
Because I was very anti-Ryan Sparks throughout the years because it seemed like he was holding the 17 back. He made a great call at the end of that race. His hair was on point, as it always is.
Yep. He looks...
Guy's got the best haircut in the business. So happy for them. Jeff Dickerson, still a weird guy. Can't get a real good read on that guy.
Did you watch any of the post-race?
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Obviously, Dickerson was never the issue with, like, obviously we're Corey LaJoie fans. We really liked when he was in the 7. Dickerson, I don't think, was the problem, like you said on Twitter last night. Dickerson he wasn't the one kicking Corey out of the 7.
Yeah.
It was the higher ups at Gamebridge or whatever.
TWG Global.
Yeah, but it was good to see him last night.
It was them and probably Hendrick a little bit.
Yeah, he gets up on stage, gives Corey a big hug. They kind of said something to each other. We didn't know what they said. And then they're talking about like kind of the progression of Spire and how they've got 2 wins this year. And he stops and he looks and he's talking about like how they've been getting better. And he goes, it's like my dream was that he would be the one getting us in victory lane. He looks at Corey and I was like, God damn, that hurts.
Yeah.
I loved what Norm said when Suarez was up there. You got Suarez up there talking about how he won, and who's he sitting with? The 2 guys who he took their rides.
Yeah.
He ends up in the 7 not directly after Corey, but still. And then Carl Edwards is right there, like,
right.
There's the 19.
Yeah. Yep. When Carl walked away, Suarez was kind of thrust up into the Cup Series.
Yep.
He wasn't planning on going to Cup Series racing just yet. And Carl walked away. So like, oh, Daniel's in the 19 now.
You're up.
Yep.
So yeah, it was cool. I felt bad for Corey. He was up there having to kind of pump up all his old guys.
Yep.
So that probably fueled the haters a little bit. But super cool. Bummed that this is the only time we get Carl this year.
Yep.
Hopefully they have some good stuff worked out for him.
That's a great segue into something I wanted to say, and that is thank God Prime is back.
Love Prime. Yeah. Love me some Prime.
They handled all of last night perfectly. I think the pre-race was beautiful. That piece that they had that Dale Jr. narrated, that was a gut punch.
They did an incredible job.
They did a great job of handling all the Kyle Busch stuff and what was going on, but also talking about, the race that had to happen that night. It wasn't like one or the other. They did a great job of blending them together. I love the booth. Again, still great, except still not. I got to get retrained to junior jump scares.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
I know. Mike Joy warmed us up a little bit.
But the graphics are great. The pylon you can read. Like,
perfect.
It's just everything. And then, like I said it on Twitter last night and it got some traction. The fact that it was 12:30 last night, 12:30 this morning, and I'm still sitting on my couch watching post-race coverage. It was the best.
Yeah.
It was
the entire time. I'm like, can I turn it off yet? When are you guys ready? I'm ready.
I watched the whole thing.
You guys ready?
I watched till they shut it off. It was, they did the beer toast.
I even watched a couple minutes of the Kyle Larson doc just to make sure they were actually done.
I actually fell asleep to that the other night. I gotta go back and watch that.
They played a couple minutes of it with him and Tony Kanaan, and I was like, damn, now I kind of got to watch
Yeah,
the
I
whole
want to
thing.
watch the whole thing. I
Yeah,
turned it
I'll
on
watch it too.
the other night. I think it was after the truck race got canceled. I was like, oh, I'll just watch this. And then I think I made it about 5 minutes in and I was gone.
I've
But
been meaning to watch that too.
yeah, I think I'm so happy Prime is back. This is the best 5 weeks of the season. They do such a good job of making it feel important,
100%.
you know?
They put the effort into it.
Yep, they do what Fox does with the IndyCar broadcasts.
Right.
You know?
Want to answer some questions?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
We got a handful in the Instagram. Bunch popped off since we sat down.
No, there was like none when we started. So
Yeah. Well, we put them up late. Well, you put them up
Oh,
late
yeah.
because I was dying. Dylan spelled funny with the first two. As a 20-plus year fan of Kyle, it was actually nice to hear fans cheering for Kyle.
Yep.
100%. He also said, my middle school teacher, a junior fan, would give me so much shit every time Kyle won. That was a lot of times.
I wish I had people that would watch
Lot of
NASCAR with
times.
me back then.
Yeah, the fact you had a teacher that was
I was the only
NASCAR
person
fan
that liked
was
NASCAR
awesome.
in my school.
Yeah,
Count your
you wore a
blessings,
NASCAR
brother.
shirt to school. Everyone would be like, what is that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did. And people, who are you?
L98 Jake. At least Kyle Busch got to see the fans love him without a doubt for a bit there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, like I said, everyone became a member of Rowdy Nation. All right, Nathan Danforth, currently on a work trip. I want to hear your best stories from work trips you've taken. Good Lord.
I've only gone on one ever. Kyle's well traveled. So,
Yeah, boy, I got a lot. Work trips. I've been to Vegas a bunch of times for work trips. Dallas a bunch of times. New Orleans, Miami. Went down to a conference in Miami that one of our clients was hosting. That we like kind of sponsored it, and then he chartered a boat and took a yacht cruise like up the intercoastal waterway.
this was recently,
in
wasn't
Miami.
it?
Not really. It was like probably 20.
Well, I remember you going on a work trip and then you were like, look at my location. I looked and you were in the middle of a,
Oh.
were in the, was that
was that recently?
maybe.
I thought it was.
You had like texted me. You were on a work trip and you ended up on a boat and you were like,
Yeah,
look,
that's the
look,
one.
you were like, look at my location and you're like off the coast. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was a weird one. It was awesome, but it was weird. It was out of nowhere. He's like, "Yeah, what are you doing tonight?" I'm like, "Nothing. I came to your conference. Nobody showed up. We got this boat. We're taking up the waterway." I was like, "Aren't sick."
Cool.
So that was a wild one.
My only work trip was to Mystic, Connecticut for 3 days. Me and old Dougie Wintle went down there. It was when I worked in a prefab roof truss place, and
Yeah.
the blueprints were wrong, so we had to go fix them in place. That was when we almost got locked in the job site.
Nice.
We were working, and it was miserable, and we were getting the shit fixed, all this stuff. We're just working. We got music cranked. I mean, it's a huge construction site. It was a retirement community that they were building, so huge, big building right across from the Mystic Aquarium. So we're just going to town. We're working. We're doing what we got to do. All of a sudden, we hear, "Hey, hey!" And we're like, "What the fuck?" Turn the music down, shut the tools off. We're like, "What?" He goes, "Almost just left. Everyone's gone." And as he's talking, I'm realizing that the job site is silent. And I look at my watch. It's like 4:30, like 5 o'clock. I'm like, "Oh shit,
My
Like,
bad.
the guy was about to lock the gate and leave, and then he heard something we were doing and was like, "There's still people here."
Oh,
Like we were like,
sorry.
"Whoops!" And then that was the time where Doug got the phone call while we were in Connecticut that the culvert at the end of his driveway washed out. So I had to drive my bag Jetta through the woods, through a rock wall that had a break in it, and across his neighbor's field to their driveway to get my car out to go home.
Nice.
Yep, that was not like we are on the way home from Connecticut, and I'm on my phone looking at Craigslist to try to find a car to buy to drive because I thought my car was trapped in his driveway because his whole, like at the end of his driveway there was a culvert and it washed the whole driveway out. There was like a 4-foot gap. And
Hell
they had to like rebuild it before they could get any cars out. And I was like, Jesus. Well, I need a fucking car. So I'm on Craigslist on the way home, like looking for, and that's actually where I found my small block swapped S10. I found it that time, looked at it, was like, oh, that'd be
Small
cool.
block Chevy.
I was like, that'd be cool.
Small block Chevy.
And then I ended up never buying it. And then like 3 weeks later, I had money burning a hole in my pocket and I went and bought it. And then I hated it.
Yeah, I got a lot of them, but
Some of them can't be said here.
most of them can't. Yeah, most of them can't.
I've lived a very blue collar lifestyle. I've only ever traveled like once for work. Me and a buddy of mine rented a hotel down in like Foxborough to go to Toyota school. And then we found out later that normally they don't let people rent hotel rooms there because people get murdered at that exact hotel. They're like, oh, you didn't tell us which hotel you were staying at. We're like, cheapest one down there. Like, yeah, there's like 3 homicides at that Red Roof Inn last year. We don't let
I
people
know
go
that
there.
Oh yeah,
Yep, I know that one.
Yeah,
And we're like, oh, our bad. But
Yep.
we just had fun. I had one, though, quick. It wasn't a trip, but Toyota used to send us to school every couple years. And
Yep.
one year, it was up at, normally it's in Foxborough at they have a whole place, which there was a bunch of Kyle Busch shit all over the walls, like bumpers and stuff like that off Kyle Busch cars, Matt Kenseth cars, because it was Toyota school. And one year, it was up at Lakes Region Community College,
Yep.
which is kind of near Dan's house, near the track. And we had a week of fun up there. The teachers were awesome. I got along with them super good. We were busting each other's balls the entire time. I come back to work 2 or 3 days later. I get called to my service manager's office, like the big cheese. Merrick, good guy. Miss you, Merrick. You were the man. Get called in. All of a sudden, my team leader, which is like our shop, worked in teams of groups of like 8 people. My team leader, the service manager, 2 service writers, like the parts manager. All of a sudden, there's like, I'm in a room. They call me in. There's 8 managers around me. Like, Norm, sit down. And they're all very serious. And they sit me down. They're like, all right, Norm, I hate to do this, but we got to talk to you. You did a used car inspection on a blah, blah, blah Tacoma last month. And it's bad. There's a bunch of stuff you missed. The customer's furious. They're suing the deal. Like, they were going on. And like, they had me shaking in my boots for about 3 seconds. And then they started saying shit that I was like, I would never do that. And they were like they were trying to make me shit my pants. And it got close, but I was like, they're packing on. They're packing on. All
They
of a sudden,
went too much.
my manager starts dying. And my shop foreman, Dan, great dude, love this guy,
thank you.
fucking grabs me on the shoulders. He goes, fucking Carlos told us about all the shenanigans you were doing in Toyota school. He wanted us to scare you a little bit.
Nice.
And fucking 6 managers, my shop foreman, my team leader are all fucking dying. And I was
This is
fucking...
the meme of the Norm needs to be on the couch with the people standing
Yeah.
behind him.
Yeah, it was funny. Merrick was a great dude. He was awesome.
See, my dad would always have to go to
Oh,
Saturn.
that's a meme? I thought that was a movie. I watched that once.
Maybe. My
That
dad
wasn't in that one.
My dad used to have to go to Saturn.
They weren't filming.
To Saturn school.
Did
but
it for the love of the game.
he got lucky because they used to send him to Nashville for Saturn school. He used to go down
Nice.
there like every couple years. Yeah, that was in his,
Hell
young,
yeah.
Yeah, I
that was in
go
his
to
younger days.
Foxborough, Massachusetts for mine.
All right. L98 Jake, what's with Prime not having a start from the beginning option? Yeah, that pissed me off too.
So it's weird because I had it on. So I started the race upstairs, the upstairs TV, and then I migrated downstairs, but I actually had them both on at one point because I was kind of back and forth. The downstairs one, when I turned the race on, had a start from the beginning option. And I was able to rewind and fast forward and all that. The upstairs one, I couldn't do a fucking thing. And I saw
Yeah.
other people complaining that they couldn't rewind or anything. So I was like, why does one of my TVs have it and the
Was
other one
using
doesn't?
like a Google or
No, they were both just ran through it was the
TV itself.
No, it was through Xfinity on both of them. I just went
so
to the
they're the
Amazon.
same setup.
I just went to the Amazon app through Xfinity.
I was just wondering if like you had a Google Chromecast on one and then the Amazon.
No, they
Fire
were both
Stick on
exactly
other.
the same.
That's
And the
weird.
upstairs one, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't rewind it. I don't even think I could pause it. And then the downstairs one, I had full functionality. So I was like, I
Yeah, I don't
saw
know.
a couple complaints about not being able to rewind or anything. And I was like, I had it. I don't know what you're
I
talking
think
about.
mine had it.
Yeah.
Mine
Because
did
it
not.
annoys me because every time you click on something to watch it, another pop-up shows up. It's like, just play this fucking thing.
Yeah.
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 And it's like, watch
Um,
live? Like, yes, no shit.
All right, next one. Sam Valley 95. Favorite Kyle Busch paint scheme? I'm gonna go with the red Skittles car. Always a classic. Love the red Skittles car.
I liked I think he won the 600 at the red, white, and blue M&M's car. That was always
Oh,
a
that was
banger.
Yeah.
Definitely not any of the diamond plate schemes.
Oof.
Those were
Those were
rough.
tough.
Those were tough.
The interstate candy stripe scheme was tough.
I liked a lot of the Hendrick cars, like when he was in the 5 car. That's iconic. I mean, that car's had so many.
The original Kellogg scheme.
That car's had so many iconic schemes with going through Terry, and then even in some of the other guys that driven that car. And you always see that blue and yellow 5, and you know who it was.
I just think like the traditional yellow M&Ms.
Yeah.
You know which one I love? The throwback M&Ms with the brown numbers.
Oh, that one was good.
Yeah, that's a
That
good
was
one.
really good.
Isn't that like an
Was
anniversary
that the
Yes.
of
one he
M&M
won
or
It was-
something?
Pocono
Yeah.
with?
No. That was it was a throwback race, and it was also, I think, an M&M's anniversary, and they did it for the throwback race. They just
Right.
put like the old logo on
he
it.
ran
Back to the 36 or
the
whatever.
Skittle scheme at one point.
You know what I did love, and I'm going through my pictures the other
throwback
day.
Skittles scheme.
I thought the M&M's 18 looked hot on the next gen. The 1 year it got ran.
Yeah.
It did, yeah.
I thought it looked. I had pictures of it from when we went
Looked
to Pocono, and I was thinking about that. Not to go down the memory train, but I'm so happy we got to see him win that Pocono race with one gear.
That was so cool.
I'm so like looking back at that. It was cool
Yeah.
in the moment, and now it's like even cooler. Like it's one of those stories we'll tell. Like yeah, that
Forever.
time Kyle Busch won with just fourth gear. We were there.
Yep. And we couldn't believe it. All right, let's keep digging. I'm running out of fuel. I've done okay.
Yeah, you're actually doing all
I've
right.
done all right. But I feel like death. It's like hard to breathe.
You look like shit. To be, I'm kidding.
Thanks. I'm surprised I don't.
You actually look quite normal. So
Oh, that's good. We'll take it.
shit.
I've lost 5 pounds.
So it's working out well for you.
Yeah. It's like I need it. Downriver Diecast with a couple. What's your grilling setups? Dan just got a new one. You talked about it on the show.
Yeah, I got the Weber upstairs. We have the smoker, and I have the smoker downstairs, and then we have the Blackstone that we bring in the camper, and if we ever need it for anything, that's just the convenient one.
That Blackstone's treated us well.
We actually used the Weber today before I came down here. The wife was going to make pizza on the pizza stone, and she fucked up. She accidentally turned all the burners on, which is normal, except for the one with the big red knob in the middle that says sear zone.
Ah,
That is the burner that is either on or off. There is no low or medium. It is fucking, you turn it on and the candles are lit. Didn't realize she turned it on.
Is this a Guy Fieri grill?
She threw the pizza in.
Welcome to the Sear Zone,
It
brother.
is. It's funny. She threw the pizza and put the timer on for like 8 minutes, walked out there. The grill was at 700 degrees.
oh no.
The pizza looked beautiful on top. Hockey puck on the bottom.
I would have ate it.
Oh, it was awful.
I would have ate it.
Nope.
You
It was,
know
I would
it
have
was
chipped it
not.
off.
It was not. It was not chippable.
Dude, if it was black on straight,
It was this. It was straight.
you know I would have ate it.
And it was rock fucking hard. She's like, I could have thrown it across the yard like a frisbee. And I
10
was
out of
like,
10 would
she's
ate
like, I don't know why. She's like, maybe it's because the sun's out. I'm like, it wouldn't have heated up the grill another 250 degrees.
No.
And then I'm looking, I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm like, I figured it out. Like,
Click.
and we're lucky we didn't, because the pizza stone attachment thing that came with the grill, it says like, don't go over 500 degrees. I'm like, you're lucky you didn't break the fucking thing.
Yeah, you're lucky you didn't blow it up.
Yeah.
Actually, the
Yeah.
pizza stone could have exploded.
Yeah, I know. I'm well
literally.
aware. She's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's fine. It's whatever. I'm like, do we have any more pizza dough? She goes,
Yeah.
no, just the one I made for me. I'm like, guess I'm not having pizza before I leave.
Norm, what's your setup? You got a Blackstone, right?
Yeah, not that I cook a whole bunch, but 36-inch Blackstone, baby. That
Yep.
thing cooks.
Yeah, we got the little portable Blackstone. I don't even know how big that thing is, but it's the
Two
little
burner.
baby. 3.
The portable one?
Yeah, the portable one's 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Pretty sure it's 2.
Maybe. I thought it was 3.
Oh.
And then the smoker's just like an old camp chef that's kind of seen better days, but it still works, so I don't care.
For
Smoking.
my setups, I have 2 pit bosses, 1 pit boss 4-burner griddle, and 1 the NASCAR edition pit boss smoker.
Am you bringing that to Pocono?
The pit
griddle?
boss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I even bring the Blackstone? Because we brought it last year and never used it.
No, we'll just use mine.
Saves me truck space.
Yeah. So
I think we used it.
we did
For
did
something.
use it.
I don't think we used it.
I-
I thought we
no,
used
I-
yours.
I put
Did
buns-
we warm something?
First of all,
I
you
was
don't
gonna
use
say
it at
buns
all.
and
I'm the one
bagels,
that uses
maybe.
it.
You're right. But if I don't have to bring it, I don't.
I think one day when I did breakfast sandwiches, I did use it for like
I'll bring it
buns
if
and stuff.
Bring it if we want to.
Yeah, I
doesn't
mean, if
take
it's
up that
in
much
there,
space. Yeah.
throw it
Are we
in
going to
there.
have Ronan cook us like a genuine Irish meal? so
No,
we
because
can
it'll
make
be
fun of him?
terrible.
Yeah.
Bangers and mash and sticky
Cat-
coffee pudding.
cabbage and
Cabbage.
Yeah.
blood
like
sausages.
boiled
whatever
Steph's
the heck
cabbage.
they-
Steph's gonna bring Steph will have to bring the crock pot so we can make some corned beef and cabbage.
Oh,
We
God.
eat some peat moss or something. I don't know.
Maybe potatoes.
9 o'clock at night to start boiling some cabbage in the camper.
Ronan, why'd you bring a 50-pound bag of potatoes?
All potatoes, no meat.
He's gonna yell at us.
Downriver Diecast, the next 2 as well. Most annoyed you were watching a race. 234 times watching Kyle Busch kick everyone's ass.
That
Annoyed I've been watching. Jeez.
recently, the Coke 600 a couple years ago, when they're like, "We're gonna drive the track and get it going," and never mind, fuck you.
That was what, 2 years ago?
That was 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah, that was
the
fucking
Larson double,
annoying.
the first Larson double
Yeah.
year. And they're like, "Nope, the rain's out. We're gonna dry the track. It's gonna be great." And then they said it was too humid to dry the track. And I was rushing home from the lake to watch the end of the race. We're all in the Discord getting hyped up. It's gonna be fucking late night NASCAR, or what are we calling it? NASCAR after dark. Like it was gonna be like 1 a.m.
we were all so excited.
and then they
Dude,
just,
I made a pot of coffee and drank half of it.
yes.
And then they're like, never mind. Like, what the fuck?
I was so fucking annoyed.
I forgot about
that
how
one-
much coffee I drank
that
on
one
purpose.
pissed me off to no end. I was livid about that race.
What did make me happy, though, the second half of that pot of coffee, I froze and then put it in the Ninja Creamy thing and made coffee
there
ice
you
cream
go.
out of it.
When else have
Pretty
I
damn
been
good.
annoyed? I got one. This will hurt. This you won't. You were not annoyed by this one. Talladega playoffs that year. Kevin Harvick had a blown motor, but decided to stay out and cost Junior a chance of moving on in the fucking playoffs.
Dude.
Kevin Harvick knew his car was blowing up. He had like 3 cylinders, but
Ain't
stayed
cheating, ain't
out.
trying,
Oh, that
dog.
was bullshit. I was so mad.
It worked out, man.
I was so fucking mad
every
at
single race that Blake Harris is the crew chief of the 48 car.
that.
Very specifically, Richmond last year. I was very annoyed watching that race.
Yep.
With every single lap car intentionally blocking the 48 so the 3 could win.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
That sucked.
Downriver Diecast also asked, did you pick up on the extra surround sound with the car engines?
The audio is so much better.
Oh, yeah,
on
Prime does.
on Prime. The picture quality's better. The audio's
I was
better.
getting some weird picture stuff. I don't know if it's my TV. I hate my new TV. But I was
I
getting
was
some
fine.
like every car looked camouflage at one point.
Oh.
Because the picture would just kind of like blot everything.
Picture looked great on mine. I am a little mad though because I did look up. I guess this happened last year. I'm thinking like because I know Fox they had the 500 in 4K this year,
Yep.
and I know it's hard to do NASCAR. There's not a lot of NASCAR races that they broadcast in 4K, and apparently they were supposed to on Amazon, and I guess they put it behind a paywall. You have to get like Prime Video Ultra Ultimate, fucking whatever.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Oh, never mind. I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying. It was like another $14 a month. I'm like, I'm good. I'm all set. So I thought the picture looked great. The audio is so much better.
Yep.
And just the camera angles are better. We're not zoomed in looking at a fucking headlight when something's going on.
Yeah.
And we caught crashes too. Did you catch that? Like,
Yeah,
there
we
was
actually saw
we actually
things.
saw things.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the freaking Cindric spin.
Dude, my
They had
favorite
like a helicopter camera
Yeah,
of the exact moment Cindric spun. Like, where'd you get this?
my favorite moment of the weekend was watching Indy, and they're doing the flyover, and it's just zoomed in on the planes.
Yeah.
You don't see like the track, you don't see them flying over anything. It's just the planes, and that's it. You don't actually see a flyover. You
Yep.
just see planes flying by. I'm like,
They,
that's a Fox move if I've ever seen one.
I was a little-
Couple great flyovers this weekend.
Yes. I was a little bummed with Indy because they didn't, I guess it was probably because how great the finish was. We didn't get the iconic shot. You know, how if you ever go back and watch any Indy 500 in the last 15 years, they show the car crossing the line and then they zoom in on the guy double flagging.
Yeah.
And I think because of how the race ended, they just followed them to turn 1. Like, I don't think anyone knew what the fuck to do.
Closest finish
Like,
in
yeah,
history.
I don't think anyone knew what to do.
It
And I
was
was
wild.
like, damn it,
Yeah,
they
I
didn't
think there
get
should be
the.
an asterisk next to that one.
Oh, he was bitching about this last night.
Why?
It's like, what'd you expect? A 6-second lead with 1 lap shootout?
It's still the closest finish
Yeah,
ever.
it's just kind of like
Yeah.
lame. It's like it's
That's-
literally
I get his point.
Also,
a 1-lap shootout.
I saw a
What'd you
picture.
expect to happen?
I saw a picture. The race for 3rd, 4th, and 5th was almost closer.
Yeah.
3 cars came across the line like this much separating them.
Yeah.
It was sick.
It was a good race.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
But that does it for the questions. We got anything in
Yes.
the disco?
Yes, there are a few.
Oh, I saw that long one by Joe.
Yeah, Joe wrote a book.
It looked. I didn't read the whole thing. It looked really nice though.
Yes, it is very nice. I'll
Read
read
it.
it. I'll read it.
I'm
I'll read
happy
it.
for you or sad that happened.
Joe, I'm skipping your question from last week. I just don't feel like going down the Natalie Decker train again.
No, we're not doing that.
All right, Joe Spinelli with a book. After a long weekend and a disastrous trifecta of races, I just want to take a minute to get something off my chest. You guys always joke about how few listeners you have, but honestly, it's become way more than that. The second someone joins the Lucis Fast Discord, they're treated like family.
Mhm.
Everybody gets welcomed with open arms. Everybody helps each other out, and somehow you've managed to build a community where people genuinely care about one another. Hell, some of us work for free just to keep this thing rolling.
We appreciate you, buddy.
More importantly than anything else, you've created a space where every kind of NASCAR fan feels like they belong. It's not something you find very often online. What happened this weekend hit the entire NASCAR world hard. It really felt like this community was there for each other through all of it. It didn't matter if you liked Kyle Busch or hated him this weekend. We were all Rowdy Nation. And yeah, we all bust each other's balls. We pick on Dan for being... Shut the fuck up. We joke on Kyle leading troops to the British encampments in 1775. We give Norm hell for his paint scheme takes. But honestly, what's a family without a little ball busting? That's what makes this place feel real.
Hell yeah.
You three make this sport more enjoyable every single week. I know I'm speaking for a lot of people in this Discord when I say thank you. Thank you for the time, effort, and sacrifices you make to keep the show and this community going. It means more than you probably realize. Without y'all, this weekend would have been 10 times harder. Thank you for existing. We'll see y'all at Pocono in a few weeks.
That's amazing.
That's
That's
awesome. That was
absolutely
phenomenal, Joe.
And as much shit as Dan gives you, he does love you.
No.
But seriously, I agree with everything he
No.
said there. The KB news really hit me hard too.
Yeah, I'm glad we had somewhere to just shoot the shit with people and you know.
and just chat and say that this fucking sucks and like we're all sad, we're all bummed, like just popping in there
Yeah.
and seeing that everyone else is in the same camp and feeling the same shitty way about it, like was some form of comforting.
Yep.
And Norm's paint schemes takes are perfect. All right.
Joe Spinelli came
Heard it
back.
here first.
Joe Spinelli came back with, was this the worst weekend in NASCAR history? Kind of felt like it.
No.
I don't think so. But with the Kyle Busch news and then how the races went up, I mean, it had the potential. I thought we would still be sitting here not with races, looking at the weather.
Yeah. It
You
definitely
know.
gets an honorable mention. That's for sure.
Yep. Stephen Brooks, if your driver crashes out of the race, is it acceptable to leave the race early?
No, we're looking at you, Levi.
No, because
No, Levi left and his guy won.
Oh, yeah.
here's the thing.
Spinelli did this.
Are
Spinelli's
you
guilty of this.
use an example, a Chase Elliott fan, or are you a NASCAR fan and your favorite driver is Chase Elliott?
True.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Like, I'll never understand that. Like, oh, Chase Elliott's not in the race, not watching it. Like, did you only watch it because you like Chase Elliott? Because that makes no sense. I
Yeah.
like racing. I just happen to have favorite drivers.
Right.
And, like, if my favorite driver is knocked out, I'll find somebody else to root for, or specifically somebody to root against. Like, if back in the day, I'll use him as an example because he's the guy of the hour. If I was watching a race back in the day and my favorite driver gets wrecked out and Kyle Busch is leading, the entire rest of that race, I'm rooting against Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that is my sole purpose because I didn't like him. And it was fun to root against him. Or nowadays, it's Denny Hamlin or Ty Gibbs or somebody that you don't necessarily like. Like, you find another reason to root against somebody because that's the whole purpose of NASCAR and
Right.
racing and sports is if you don't like somebody, you hate them. So therefore, you get more enjoyment out of watching somebody succeed than you do watching somebody fail, vice versa.
Yeah.
So leaving the race early is unacceptable in any sense. But leaving it because your driver is not in it anymore is lame.
Spinelli left.
Agreed.
Spinelli left Pocono when Chastain wrecked.
Yeah, fake fan.
Fake fan. Yeah.
Keep digging.
All right. On the same vein, Ricky Harden, if your dad wants to beat traffic, is it acceptable to leave the race early?
You don't have a choice.
Thankfully, I never had that dad. Like, even though he hated crowds and
I
hated
still have
traffic,
that, Dad.
when he hated
do.
crowds and hated traffic, but he was like, we paid for this. We're fucking staying.
No.
I remember I had a girlfriend in high school. We went to a hockey game, a Manchester Monarchs, that we had an AHL team for a couple years. We went with her parents and they wanted to leave like 5 minutes into the third period. Like, oh, we got to beat traffic. I'm like, there's 5 fucking people here.
Yeah.
I was livid because like my whole life, we've never left anything early. I think the only sporting event I've ever left early is me and Steph went to a Sox game one time. It was 100 degrees out. We were sitting in the bleachers and they were down like 13-2. And I was like, this is dumb.
I'm out.
I'm out.
I think
Like,
my parents got permanently scarred from the 2001 New Hampshire race in September when they had to leave at like 1 a.m. Everyone was stuck there all
you
night.
mean the Thanksgiving race?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
That was rough.
like, everyone was stuck there. So, like, I don't think I ever saw a burnout at a cup race for my entire childhood.
we would like when me and my dad would go, we would be watching like the victory lap or the burnout, but we would be actively walking down the stairs.
Yeah.
But we were still there.
A couple races, I got to see all the drivers get in the helicopter, which is super cool off turn 3.
Yeah, that was cool. I missed those days.
I definitely missed Kyle Busch's win. The Car Tomorrow year at Loudon, we were gone by then. We were up the hill, off the track when we heard the burnout.
Yep.
But not anymore.
Chris Leone with one that I'm very excited to throw some input in. How do you think we should honor Kyle in NASCAR 26?
I've already thought of it.
Put him on the cover.
1, put him on the cover. 2, put the 8 on the grass in every single field, every single
Yep.
track.
Yep.
I thought of one. So in NASCAR 25, you can only run 2 full-time series. Cup, O'Reilly, Cup, Truck O'Reilly, whatever. Make it so like twice a year or at 2 tracks a year, Bristol and Charlotte, because those are his 2 famous ones. Make a Kyle Busch challenge where you can run the triple header. And if you win all 3, you get a special award.
Ooh.
Love that.
So the
Or
Kyle Busch triple header challenge at Bristol and Charlotte.
or when you're doing your career, when you're in like trucks and Xfinity, like you said, randomly at Bristol and Charlotte, he's in the race in like the 51 truck.
Oh, you got to beat him.
You got to beat him.
So
Like,
you got to fight for second.
yes.
See, no, man, just put Rowdy in at those tracks in the 51 truck, and you can't win.
Physically can't win.
You just literally can't win.
Yeah.
I would break the game.
But no, I like
You
you
know
said.
how fucking annoying Corey Heim already is in NASCAR 25?
Yeah.
Oh,
You make-
Carter Roppoli. Press X to flip off the official.
Yeah.
You can actually hit the pace car.
Press X to melt down on the radio.
Yes, I love that.
Dude, I think like you said, keep an eye on what all the tracks do and do that.
Yeah.
Like wherever they have the 8 painted, or a rest in peace Kyle on the wall, or we still got a lot of racing left with all these tracks. You could probably do that.
Yeah, Forever Rowdy on the wall.
Exactly,
Or
something like that.
Yeah.
Ed Cash, with the Cracker Barrel 400 coming up, are you a pre-eat gift shop or post-eat gift shop guy?
Still never been.
Kyle's never been to one.
Take it back. I've been to Cracker Barrel 3 times, and all 3 times the wait has been an hour and a half or longer, and I don't have that kind of time.
We got to get you to one. I'm a pre-gift shop.
Pre is to scope it out. Post is to purchase and leave.
Pre is when you're sitting there waiting because there's a 40-minute wait and you have nothing to do, so you just walk around.
Dude,
but
if
then
I got 40, I would have waited.
But then you buy stuff afterwards that we don't have to babysit it while you're eating. I like that. And then the last one from L98 Jake. I was only 1 in 2001, so this was my Dale Earnhardt, something I haven't ever truly experienced as a fan of a sport, let alone a sport I watched because of my dad, who passed away in 2017. Watching the people I saw on TV as a kid that my dad watched may have cheered for slowly fade and disappear, and watching the sport shift to the new stars he would have never seen feels extra weird and saddening. It's times like these I'm thankful for this community to be able to share feelings and people that share the same feelings and process it all together as one big NASCAR family. I know they're putting on a banger of a show on all those racetracks in the sky. Love y'all.
That's awesome.
Yep,
that's really great.
deep.
And that's exactly why we do this show. Like, we make the jokes and nobody listens to us and stuff like that, but our community has become like our little family.
Literally, yeah.
And it keeps our love for the sport alive.
Yep.
You know, because it's a lot of work, and you guys have to drive down here every week, and it does take a lot to put on this show, and stay committed to what we do every single week, and having that community.
The fact that we've been doing this for 5 years blows my mind.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that this little community keeps us going. We do it just for you guys as much as we do it for ourselves. So thank you.
Hopefully we don't have to have any more shows like this, because that I'd rather not.
Yeah. Hopefully we never have to do this again.
There was one question, not a question, but a mention in the YouTube. Carteropoli, I was hoping you guys would mention Carl's SVG blooper. That was fucking hilarious. I don't know if you were still awake for that.
Have missed it.
So SVG comes up on the stage, and Carl's, I still don't know if he did this on purpose or if he actually fucked up, but Carl's going on and on about, I think he brought up Suarez, and then he goes, and just like this guy, he comes here, he has to learn the language and learn the cars. And SVG just looks at him like, he's like, mate, I speak English. And you could see Carl's face like, oh, fuck. Like, I fucked up.
I think it's, what I took from it was either he meant like speak American, like the way we speak.
Yeah.
Or like just our vernacular, not ours, but like NASCAR's vernacular about cars.
But the
how
way
to speak
he
to your
said
crew, how to speak to your spotter. Like, it's different than how you speak to your crew and your spotters and your team guys in Australian supercars.
Yeah.
Like, we obviously, in NASCAR, I say we, but the NASCAR community obviously speaks a different version of English than what they do.
Yeah, but it was just the way he said it. Like, he had to come here and learn the language, and SVG's just like,
what?
He just goes, mate, I speak English.
Carl should have been quick and be like, is that what you're doing?
Yeah. It was
Do
so
you,
good.
though?
Did you see the SVG clip? He had a cheeseburger in the car.
No.
I heard about it. I didn't see the clip.
I saw the clip. He's on the radio. I don't know. I think it was during the moment of silence or under the red flag. I'm not sure. I don't know if he actually had a cheeseburger, but somebody in his crew said something about, oh, you gonna take a bite of that cheeseburger in the door down there? And they started going. He's like, oh, it's a Baconator. Like, I hope he actually had a cheeseburger in the car.
That would be absolutely amazing. But that's going to do it for yet another episode of the Loose is Fast podcast. Before we sign off, follow us everywhere at
LoosesFast_pod on Twitter and Instagram. The Loose is Fast podcast on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. And if you go check out the YouTube or the Instagram or the Twitter, hit the link in the bio. That will bring you to our Discord. So this little community we've been waxing poetically about, you can come join it and see that it's actually pretty fucking cool.
Nicely said. Nicely said.
Yep.
I'm Kyle Belcher.
I'm Dan Walker.
Norm Beltier.
And we'll catch you next week.
Bye, Felicia.
Just here so I don't get fined.
I got to fix that.
Oh, it killed everything.
That's all right. Can't afford it.
Kyle, stop!
You're going against the constitutional